Good evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to Rogues Gallery Live. Hello, welcome to Enablers Are Us. I'm Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Joined with us, as always, we have Mr. Dan Default from Wayne Manor, Rocket City. How's it going, sir?
Second night in a row. What's better than this?
That's right, 2 nights in a row. This is night 4 for me in a row, which is really crazy. I got invited to come on a show tomorrow night, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do it. That's like, my wife is going to kill me 5 nights in a row. That'd be pretty insane. But anyway, this is night number 4, so I'm a little bit punchy. I'm a little bit tired. But thank you, everybody, for putting up with me tonight. And it's good to have Wayne, or it's good to have Dan back from Wayne Manor once again. Again, last night was a lot of fun unboxing. And we were talking before the show, and I'll re-ask you again here in a minute about your Joker. But anyway, I want to say hello to this dude right here in the bottom middle square tonight, I guess. We have Mr. Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary. How's it going today?
Doing really good. Looking forward to looking at lots of pictures.
We got lots of pictures, and I do want to highlight Jeff tonight because his little tagline says, "Want to buy Sideshow She-Hulk 1/5." This dude has been looking for, what, a month now?
It's been longer than that.
And you've had zero luck, like zero.
Yep.
So I'm begging you guys. Jeff needs a little Christmas miracle. A little Christmas miracle. If you have She-Hulk for sale, please hit him up at Secret Sanctuary, and he would love to purchase that.
I'll be your best friend.
That's right, best friend. He'll probably throw in like $3 or $4 more bucks, which is great.
For sure.
I love it. And it's great. I see it's a couple of little Star Trek friends right there, looking really good behind you.
Yeah, there's 3 altogether.
That's nice. A little bit different backdrop for you tonight. I like it.
Well, it's dark. So usually it's not dark when Rogue starts for me. It's still light out, and a bunch of sunlight hits these shades, and the result of that is I don't look as crisp and clear on video. But now it's dark at 5 o'clock here, so
yeah,
I can be over here now.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, what time does it get dark in your neck of the woods, Dan?
About same, about 5 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about 5 for me too. I just thought maybe it would be a little quicker for you since you're on the East Coast time now, right?
No, I'm on Central.
Oh, you're on my time now.
Yeah, I'm on your time. Yeah.
Oh, well, welcome to the good side.
And I got to tell you, it's nice starting at 7 and not 8. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that is nice, right? Yeah, you get done a little earlier. Yep. But anyway, welcome to the show. And like I was saying, I just want to say hello to everybody. I won't have a chance to, say hi to everybody that's in here tonight. But again, we got 91 people watching right now. So thanks for tuning in. Really do appreciate that. If you guys would hit a like button, that does help us tremendously. Also, make sure you have subscribed to this guy's channel right here, Secret Sanctuary.
Please do.
I also want to give a shout out to a channel that I was watching earlier tonight. They were doing a live stream. It's Mint Hunter Comics. Great YouTube channel, a lot of great comic content, very knowledgeable. He was actually talking about how this channel here was one of the channels that inspired him to start, and he actually started as a statue collector channel, but quickly realized that it was a little bit harder than it looks sometimes, and so he was going to stick to what he knows best, and that was comics. And so I tip my hat to him. So I'm hoping to have him on the show at some point, just to say hello to everybody. But if you haven't subscribed to that channel, also make sure you do that as well. So
yeah, and Chris, I'll second that. James is a great guy, extremely knowledgeable. Would be awesome to tee up a comics conversation where we've got Jeff here from Secret Sanctuary and James from Hunter Comics having a big comics dialogue. That would be a lot of fun because James, his knowledge is more kind of, second half of the 20th century, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of more bronze, copper age, that kind of stuff. And right. Yeah, he's really, really a good dude too. I enjoy his channel a lot.
I bet you guys could go back and forth for hours probably talking about, because he's very knowledgeable, and I know you guys are as well, way more than I am. I'm definitely a novice comic book guy compared to some of your knowledge. But anyway, welcome to the show. We were just saying hellos. Eric, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Hey, what's up, guys?
I still see that you still have a spinny Christmas tree.
Yeah, it'll be here for a few months now.
I like it. I like it. Anyway, welcome to the show. Hopefully your program went well this evening.
Yeah, I was on time, and then I forgot to charge my laptop, so I had to wait a few minutes for it to charge up before I can even turn it back on. So.
What is this, amateur hour? Come on.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, it's like, oh, great, I made it home on time, and then I couldn't turn my laptop on. I'm like, oh.
That's right. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. And like I was saying, everybody in the chat, thank you very much. I have to highlight this comment. This is from CC. Like the hints we're getting at Wayne Manor, Rocket City. Dan, were those light boxes on the sides of your TV I saw during the unboxing?
Yes, they are. Those are light boxes. Yep. That's
Okay,
something
so
I've always wanted to be able to do, is to have kind of an entertainment nook, if you will. So yeah, you'll see more of that in the walkthrough, the tour.
that's awesome. Well, it's coming. I know Dan's still working really hard on his new space. And yeah, Eric and Jeff, when are you guys going to knock a hole in your wall and start building a bigger space? Come on, you got to catch up to us now.
I like that idea Dan did with it, because he made it like taller in certain sections, like he said, for like the omnis and the absolutes. Smart.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you.
It's gonna be really nice. So anyway, what I wanted to ask Dan and what we were talking about before the show is, he's had Joker say cheese now for a good 24 hours. Do you still feel as strongly about it as you did last night?
Yeah, I really do. Man, I tell you what, when I put, what did I say last night? Tonight's feature, eating crow, is what I had in the headline line. Yeah, I could not be eating crow more. Just to give everybody, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard it, but one of my biggest problems with the promotional pics of this statue when it first got announced was, to me, the anatomy looked off. And I think the photography, it just really threw me. But thanks to Chris and his video, his photography showed me different. And the portraits, honestly, the portraits are what sold me. So Jeff Morris was right. I know, hopefully, I don't know if Jeff's is watching or not. I know he's got some stuff going on tonight, but portraits are the best Joker portraits done to date. Full stop. They just are. Now, that said, I haven't seen the Fabok in chair, so I can't.
Jimenez, yeah.
Yeah, or Jimenez, sorry, Jimenez
Yep.
in chair. But the portraits on this one,
They're better than that.
they're just unreal. Just
they're better.
So, but what I didn't expect was how good the rest of the statue is. The quality of the gas effect and just every other part of it. It's just an amazing piece. I told Chris, I was saying to you before the show that I had my wife up after last night's live stream, that to come up and take a look at it. She was blown away. She said, "Oh, wow." She was really impressed. And she's not, like probably most of our significant others, she's not that easily impressed by this stuff, but she was like, wow, it just kind of slammed you in the face.
Which switch house did you end up sticking with?
I really like the gas grenade in his hand with the smoke. Mm-hmm. To me, I think, Eric, you said it too in the comments last night. It really kind of frames the statue, kind of completes it. And so I'm a huge symmetry guy, and you guys will see that when we do the room tour. Like, I'm all about the symmetry, and so that speaks to that aspect of it. And then the cane. The cane is unbelievable. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do think it's the best, at least for me. I like the bang flag with the hat, but it's like I feel like that those are interchangeable. Like those with the smoke and the cane.
Yep.
The hat and the
the
bang flag. Yeah, so good.
I'm keeping my swap outs handy for this one. Not all statues I do that for. This one I definitely will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a similar experience right before the show. I finally got my wife down here to see the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Mm-hmm. And her first thought is, the first thing she said is, "Damn, that's freaking good."
Yeah.
And she thinks it's one of the best statues, best likenesses that she's ever seen me have. She had a little bit of a nitpick. She said there was a couple of areas where, like, there's the black or the stitching on her leg where you can see her skin through. And the first thing she noticed was there's a little area, and it's not as raised as the rest, because you would have, for stitching on the leather or whatever it is, the vinyl, you would have 2 strips of additional vinyl to do the stitching on, right? That's what holds the stitching together. Right. And so there's raised areas on the rest of her, but it's not as raised on her leg. And that was the only nitpick that she could find. She's like, it just doesn't look as real there.
Yeah, I was listening to your comment on the review. That's a tricky area to paint, though. Plus, if you think about it, so like somebody's like, the skin on their body is usually going to be a different color anyway, because maybe, it's not getting as much sun, or it's a woman, she's wearing makeup. So the face isn't usually going to match perfectly
Right.
with the body either. So,
and basically there were a few people I remember that saw it in person, like at a convention or something. And they said that their nitpick was the paint on the flesh of the paint on her legs, or the places where the skin was exposed. But I think it looks okay. It does match the face, I think. So it's, again, it's one of the really, truly one of the best statues I've ever seen. Like, it just, everything about it, the pose, her portrait is just unbelievable. I mean, that's what, Mrs. BSC said. It's just like, it just looks exactly like her.
Yeah.
So
I can't think of one done better that I've seen. Now, I haven't seen it in person yet, but I can't think of one better, like a movie likeness. I mean, Jeff, you have a lot of movie statues. What do you think in terms of comparable quality of likeness?
No, it's definitely one of the best. I'm looking at like Nightmare Batman from Weta. That's a good
one.
Funnily enough, the Iron Studios Stan Lee is perfect.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then Spock is really good.
I was just going to say Spock behind you is really good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So yeah, but no, I'm on the wait list myself for the Catwoman. So we'll see if that comes through.
Fingers crossed for sure. I hope it. I think it will convert. I just have a feeling it will. She's an expensive piece.
Yeah.
And so when it comes down to actually making a payment, sometimes people are like, "Well, I just can't make it happen right now." So I was one of them. I told you guys I was on the wait list at Sideshow after I already got her in. So we were talking about it in our private chat, and I was like, "Oh crap! I didn't even realize I was still on the wait list." So I canceled mine, and hopefully somebody got it.
Right.
Somebody in our Facebook group today said that theirs converted and just today or yesterday.
Mm.
So I was like, I'm hoping that was mine, because I hope somebody else had a chance to get it. So
yeah.
So you might go through your wait list, guys. If there's stuff on your wish list or wait list that you don't really want anymore, get it off there so you can give somebody else a chance. So
that's a dynamic, actually, Chris. That's a good point. That's a kind of newer dynamic, maybe, and one going forward in statue collecting is wait lists and timing. These smaller ESs, are going to mean more people on wait lists, maybe ultimately. We were talking yesterday off camera about those 2XM pieces, or was that on camera? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
I've got Robin King and White Knight Joker ordered, waiting on their past their due date, so to speak, but I'm sure they'll come. But both of those pieces are $199 ES.
Yeah.
And that's real low. And so when those things hit the street and collectors get them, and video, reviewers, start doing their thing and people want them, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced Sideshow's new waitlist system. So how does it go now? They give you a certain amount of time, right, before it goes to the next person?
24 hours. Yeah.
24? Okay.
Yeah.
And they give you a specific time. So it's 24 hours from the time the email hits your inbox.
Okay.
So I got mine. I got my email at like 3:31 p.m. in the afternoon. I didn't see that email till a couple of hours later. And I only saw it because I was talking to Matt Martin, who said, "Hey, did you get an email about waitlist on Say Cheese?" And I said, "Well, let me check." And sure enough, I had one. And it said,
so you both got one at the same time?
We both got it the same day.
Crazy.
Same day. Yeah. And so it sure enough, it was timestamped to 3:31 p.m. tomorrow. You have to, whatever, order your statue. So
did Matt text you today?
Did he text me? This morning. Yeah.
Did he show you what he got?
Oh, yeah. He didn't show me, but he told me about it. Yeah.
All right. He sent me the picture. He had 3 boxes in his closet.
Yep.
Which is pretty funny. He has this big walk-in closet. So yeah, he got he already has the Batman versus Joker diorama.
Did he tell you he's not allowed to open it?
Yes, I know. I was gonna say, like, why aren't you not opening it? So it's a Christmas present. So
exactly.
He said, I'm gonna have fun opening it on Christmas morning. So I'm like, well, I was surprised that he already, because mine is shipped in November sometime, but it still hasn't updated in the United States tracking. It hasn't hit California yet. So obviously his did, but I'm guessing he probably paid for the quicker shipping.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
Unless,
maybe.
I mean, yeah, there's things there, maybe, but I know when he's been ordering, he hasn't been. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to Grudge Madman says, I was watching Minhunter comic stream when you popped on. I forgot that you two were familiar with each other. You're my two big enablers for comics and statues. Well, I'm glad to have you here, Grunge Madman. It's awesome. Appreciate you being here with us on the live stream. So really tonight we have no agenda. We are just here to hang out. So if there are things that you guys want to talk about in the chat, please do so. Please mention that. And we can talk about it for a little bit before we look at photos. Yeah, as we get closer to the end of the year, Dan and I talked a little bit about it last night, but do you guys have stuff that you're expecting before the holidays or maybe the first of the year that's coming in?
Probably not. But with shipping windows, you never know.
Yeah, nothing here. Nothing.
I was going to say too that like even with the Catwoman, and Eric has mentioned it before too, is there are a lot of delays right now. There, just a ton of shipping. There's a ton of pressure, I would imagine, on all delivery services right now to try to get stuff out and delivered. So just be patient. Hopefully stuff will come in on time. But again, as Dan knows, he was supposed to get his on Thursday, and he actually ended up getting his early for Pete's sake. 2 days early. So, there's Matt Martin right there, $20 super chat. Thanks, Matt. I paid for the economy shipping $8. So that's what I paid too.
See? There you go.
So yeah, we paid the same thing. So I don't know. Matt, did yours say that it was going to come? That it was going to come to California first. So I don't know why mine hasn't updated.
Chris's is on a world tour.
They probably knew he needed his for Christmas, so they got it.
That's right. Well, anyway, congratulations, Matt, and thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. Again, you guys have been incredible the last couple of nights. Thank you. Arthur says, good evening. Thanks for promoting Eric's channel a couple weeks ago. That dark side he's repainting is coming out great. Yeah, where are you at on that?
Yeah, I started the second one. It's almost done. I'm working on the portraits right now. So
that's awesome.
Maybe another week or two. I'm taking my time because it's the holidays right now, and I'm like,
well, it's been a really it's been a really fun series. I don't know if you set out to do that, like to make it a whole series, but it's been a lot of fun watching the progress. Yeah,
I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time around because the first time I painted it, I just videoed, I should say taped the highlights. And it doesn't really, always show everything. So like I say in my videos, the way I learned is I sit there and I watch other people's channels when they sit there and paint for 4 hours, even if you're sitting there watching paint dry or the most boring things in the world, but that's how you learn overall. So it's like, let me return the favor on this one. I'll just do a series of 3 to 4 hour videos if people want to sit there and watch everything.
No, it's a lot of fun, and again, appreciate the content. It's always kind of fun to do something different. I was in my office for a few minutes, and I ended up filming a Lego office tour today. So nice. To show off some of my Batman pieces in my office at work. So it's just fun to do some different things, and I think the people that watch enjoy that too. Like it's not the same old. So I really enjoy the content, Eric.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. How about you? Let's see. We already said Jeff, or did you answer about anything coming in? Do you have any pieces?
Probably not, unless my want list converts.
I was going to say, or somebody says about the Hulk. Who asked about that earlier?
I think someone asked which one I want, but
I think Fred.
The Sideshow 1/5 scale. I think they've only done 1 1/5, so I think that tells the story.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I see Dan wearing the hoodie that he uses in his underground rap battles. Yes, he does.
It's good to see Brad watching my videos. That's cool.
That's right. Yes, it is. What was I going to say? I just completely lost it.
Chris, it was good to see. Two things. One, I don't know if you posted or reposted the picture of that collector that had the Batman versus Joker diorama.
Yeah, I've got pictures for tonight. His name's Kitty Raj, and I've reached out to him because. Do you follow him on Instagram? Do any of you guys follow him?
No.
So he is an awesome collector. I reached out to him because he posts all the time, and he gets just about every statue there is imaginable in terms of Batman, especially.
Oh, really?
And so I was really intrigued by him. I was like, it's like, oh man, you've got to do like a room tour, because he doesn't ever show his collection. All he does is he puts these pieces on a table, and 95% of them he gets 2 of. Okay. So 95% of the time he gets 2 of everything. So imagine everything in my room, he gets 2 of them. And he displays them, and he gets way more than I do. Like, he has like the Superman versus Doomsday or whatever. He's got every single piece, and he gets 2 of them. And I reached out to him like, what do you do? Because I thought, well, maybe he gets 2 to see which one's the better one, because sometimes, like, unless you see 2 side by side,
yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. But if you get 2 of them, that's what I was thinking he was doing. It was like, well, maybe he's getting 2 of them. And whatever. And I reached out to him, and I'm like, what's the deal with the 2? And he said it's actually for his kids. That he has 2 kids, and so he gets 2 statues for each of them, and they're all boxed up in probably a warehouse or somewhere until they want them, until they're old enough to have them or whatever. And so he just gets 2 statues, but he actually unboxes them and sets them up completely. I mean, they're not just boxed. So clearly he sets them up, takes the photos, and then
puts them away.
This is the guy. Let me bring it up real quick.
Wait a minute. So he doesn't have a regular kind of display area or room or anything like that?
It doesn't look like it. No.
I've heard of a few collectors that do the same thing.
So this is him right here. Let me just give him a quick plug here. So this is Kitty Raj. This is what he looks like. And so when I saw this morning, I about did a spit take, because I was like, holy crap, this thing is just absolutely ginormous. But it is on a table, and he is back from the table. So so it does make it look a lot bigger. It almost makes it look like a half scale here. But it's not. It is 3rd scale. So I think if he took a step or 2 forward,
I think it's still big.
It's still very big. Yeah, it's definitely massive. And again, mine is shipped, and so hopefully it'll be here before Christmas. I can't wait to do that unboxing with everybody. I feel like it'll be my statue unboxing of the year, because it's going to be just a giant nutty piece. Trying to put that cape on, I can't even imagine.
3 boxes, right?
3 boxes. And actually, I have that photo too. Let me pull that up.
That cape's definitely taking up at least 1 layer of the box.
Oh yeah. This is the 3 boxes in the background.
Wow. Oh, that's a big box. It's 2 big boxes.
Yeah. So 2 big boxes in a medium, probably more like a premium format size.
Wow.
A big premium format. So
boxes.
Anyway, those are the ones. And again, give him a follow if you guys would. If you're on Instagram, Kitty Raj, again, you can just see it's just kind of nutty, because it's so different. You just don't see 2 statues the same side by side every time you get something. So I just thought it made for a great story. And I asked him if he wanted to tell his story, and he just said no. He's kind of private about it all, and just doesn't really share outside of the photos. And I was like, well, that's cool. I respect that. I just thought it was really unique, and I thought it was really cool that he did it for his kids.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that he enjoys it too. And I'm assuming he does, but I just think it's cool that he's saving them all for his kids. That's a pretty neat deal.
I'm gonna start using that excuse too.
Let's see. Did I miss something there? I missed a new member. Grunge Madman, who I mentioned earlier. Thank you. Just became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Bat. That's awesome. Thank you. Glad that you're here. So again, guys, this is your show tonight. I'm so glad we're talking about this guy. I can't believe when I see he gets every single statue out there and had no idea about multiples. Hello. Do you want to say hi? Okay. No. All right. Thank you. Got me a drink.
It's almost like a figure collector when they they keep one so they could take it out of the box, and then they keep another that's
right.
So it stays mint condition inside the box.
It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Ro Marino says, watch the collector get 5 boxes for the Godzilla versus King Kong diorama. Hi, wow. Do you want to say hello?
Yes.
Oh, all right. He wants to say hello.
So I can say hello.
All right, you can say hello.
Hey, Locke.
So this is Locke. I don't know if you've seen him for a while, but recently he stuck his finger in the outlet, and this is what happened. I don't know what this is. This is post basketball hair.
Post basketball hair.
Yeah. How did practice go tonight? Good. Thank you for the drink.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready for the game this weekend? Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. All right. Well, we'll find out. Thanks, kid. All right. Love you. So anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. Watch the collector get like 5 boxes for Godzilla. Yeah, that piece is nuts.
I've seen that in person. It's insane.
You saw it in person? Really?
Where'd you see it?
New York, when it was like first announced.
That's just crazy. Your UPS guy will hate you after this one. Yeah, I think he already hates me. I tell you though, he is on time. He delivers by 9:30 a.m. every time.
Wow.
Really? That's nice.
Every single time, which is great. Cool. Brian says, I follow Kitty Ridge too and have chatted a little over the years. His collection is insane. We need a house tour from him because it's definitely not all in one room. Yeah, again, Brian, I don't think he displays them. But who knows? Replies don't like guys say seems like a really great guy. Shipping invoice for Queen Wonder Woman arrived in my inbox earlier today. Excited that it might have that. So is this one from Spec finally? I know a lot of people have been waiting for that damn piece.
Does that guy only collect Batman?
No. Collects everything.
Jeff, you should see if he has an extra She-Hulk.
Yeah.
You should.
That's a good idea. I don't want to take it away from his kid, though.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Hey, I appreciate that, Grunge Madman. Thank you. Let's see. Marco says, yo. Spec Fiction Todd gets multiple versions of art prints, so I called him a madman. I think that's easier to store. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're much smarter, CC, than having to display having to spend $17,000 for a freaking display gallery. You just need some flat walls.
Hey, Chris, speaking of CC, so I'm curious as to CC had a few months back, I don't remember if it was around Halloween, kind of made me aware of Gabs, the artist known as Gabs. And I picked up a few of his pieces over the last couple of months. And he recently came out with that Dark Knight triptych that was sold through Bottleneck. I'm wondering who picked that up. That looks like an amazing piece of art. I was really happy to get one.
Which one was it?
The Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, yeah. You got the regular?
I got the one that was called the Dark something. It was kind of more, almost had like a gray overlay to it a little bit.
I was on the on Jimmy G's chat show the other night. It was Sunday night that I went on his channel, and we were talking about that piece, and I love it. Like, I think it's awesome. And I showed Kendall, and she was like, I love it too, but like we couldn't figure out where we would put it. We didn't know where it would fit in the collection. And so I ended up passing, but I still love it. So I'm glad that at least somebody got it.
It's a great, I think it looks like an awesome piece of art. Somebody said, and it might have been Jimmy G, said about, he didn't love the fact that they put the title of the trilogy at the bottom. I have to see what it looks like in person. I'm not wild about that either, but the way that they set it up, it's almost like you could frame around it. You know,
that's cool. I don't know if you can do this, but 7 foot tall Chef Jeff says, "Can we get a close up of Spock?" Let me zoom in on him here.
Hey, CC, I just see in the chat. Yes, it's the Darkest Night version. That's the one that I got as well. Yep.
I forgot they did the card.
Yeah, he looks so good.
He's incredible. He looks like he's about to move. Like he just looks real.
Yeah, he does. Sure.
Yeah. You know, his like skin tone and the color, and I don't know, he just looks very realistic to me.
Yeah. Hey, 7 foot tall Chef Jeff, there's a full review on my YouTube channel, Secret Sanctuary. All kinds of close-ups.
That's right. Go check it out. HD and everything.
Yeah.
I love it. I just realized I was messing with my camera today, and because somebody on my last review, they said like, why not film it in 2K or 4K or whatever, because it's always 1080p. And I was like, well, I think that's all my camera can do. Nope.
Take up a lot of space.
It does, but I was like, I had it like 30 frames. I can do 60 frames per minute. I can go up to 8K on my phone. So I might start filming a little higher quality reviews for you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I could do that. It'll take 45 years to upload each video, but it'll be all right.
Rendering those till the cows come home.
Let's see. Stanley said, did Chris decide to start collecting heroes? Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
So I don't know if you guys watched my little Am I Going Crazy video the other day.
I'll be right back.
But yeah. See, Dan can't even handle the idea of me getting heroes. Like Dan's just like, I'm out. It's like Jeff Morris tonight. Jeff's like, I'm tired. I'm out. I'm just kidding. I can't even do this tonight. I can't even handle it. God bless him. He worked so hard. They worked him to death.
Chris, the Justice League collector.
That's right. Yeah. So anyway, my video the other day, I talk about how I'm kind of thinking about getting some heroes, and I immediately usually always sell the heroes. And what brought it on is our friend Billy has offered to sell me his Nightwing and Huntress for a really good deal. And I've also, we've been talking a little bit left and right. I know Jeff Delaney's maybe potentially interested in adding Zatanna to his collection, possibly. And so we were talking about her, and like I was talking with Todd, and so I might get a Zatanna too. And the whole idea was that maybe I'll have them for a while, maybe they won't be forever, but I can at least enjoy them for a while until something different comes out. Because I was looking at my pre-order list. I think I have like, for all of next year going into 2025, I think I have like 8. Wow. And that's really low for me.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, well, it's like, I'm not going to have anything come in soon. That's certainly not going to take up the whole space of the cave. So why not get some heroes? What do you guys think? Do you think I'm stupid for doing it and enjoying it for a while? Or do you think it's,
no, I don't think you're stupid at all.
Yeah.
Tell
You've
me
never
why.
done it in
Tell me
this
why.
room before, right?
What?
You've never had those pieces in the new room, right?
No. And that's the thing is, like, I've had Huntress twice, and I bought and sold her twice. The first one was the sculpted cape, and the second one's the fabric, which I liked better. And this the one that Billy has is fabric. There was a couple of issues. There was a few breakages and stuff that he showed me, which was minor. But the reason I sold her the second time especially is because she was taking up room for somebody else.
Yeah.
And in this room, I don't have that problem right now.
Yeah.
No
one is forcing us to keep these forever.
Right. And that's that's what, like, I get a lot of, like, especially doing a public channel like this, and I don't know if you ever get that, Jeff, or not, but like, people get mad at me whenever I buy and sell stuff. It's like, well, it's like, like what I said in my video is like, well, I'm a grown ass adult. I can do whatever I want. It's like, it's my collection. It's not anybody else's collection. Right. But I think a lot of people feel like it's part of their collection too. And I kind of like that, because, like, I feel like we, share in all this passion together and this hobby, all this stuff. Right. But at the end of the day, like, it is mine. And if I want to sell Huntress 20 times, I can. I dread that, because she is the absolute worst character ever designed to ship because of her horns, or whatever they are on her mask. But I don't know, Dan, you left. What do you think? Do you think it's stupid for me to get heroes, or do you think I should get them for a while and enjoy them? And if I sell them, I sell them.
I kind of thought in the time that I left, you already got it in and sold it. No.
Twice.
The new room.
No, I told you. I think I think they're going to look phenomenal now that you've got a complementary piece to Hush. You've got Joker in Jim Lee style, that basically essentially a Hush Joker.
Right.
I think putting those, and you've got Hush Ivy. I think putting those other two, you're all of a sudden you're kind of low key building out a line there, and I think it's going to look awesome together. And I can't speak to Nightwing. I've never seen the piece in person. I think it looks pretty cool. I've always said that I love the base. I think the pose and the base is really unique. I love it. That Huntress statue is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, and I've always wanted the Nightwing, but I just and the bad thing is I really wanted the bonus version, which is he's got the batons with the blue ribbons.
Oh yeah.
and that's the Billy just has the deluxe, not the bonus one. And I'm like, well, that stinks. But then I thought, well, how easy would it be just like my wife's got a vinyl cutter, like to cut some little of that blue color vinyl and just wrap them around to give it that same look.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of things you could do to give it, you know, to do something like that, to just be creative with it. I mean, those batons are skinny. You could put like a pin cap lid and put some, you know, or just, you can make it look cool. Just being smart with what you got. So
no, I think it's an incredible opportunity. Billy is a real quality guy, awesome collector, awesome member of the community. And so, you know, you've got a trusted seller, which is always easy these days. And so, yeah.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get those two, and then possibly Zatanna as well. Where are you?
When we're talking about, you guys have been talking a lot about Zatanna. We're talking the P1 piece with the big background and everything.
No, that's the deluxe. There's also the collector's edition that doesn't have the stage.
Okay, so that's what I figured you were talking about when you said the regular. And Jeff, are you doing that just from a space standpoint in terms of the?
I think also it would look weird to have such an enormous base, because I'd be putting her next to others that don't have that sort of enormous base. She'll fit in better with a smaller base.
Gotcha.
You ordered her too, Jeff?
I have not ordered her. They had the deluxe for 30% off at Big Bad Toy Store, and they sold out of that. They have 9 in stock of the regular. So I emailed them and said, "Hey,
oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
Yeah,
that's 30% off. Can you offer the?" And they kind of gave me a generic email saying, "We never know what's going to be on sale." Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I was thinking of a
9, and the 9 aren't going nowhere. They're sitting there. So I'm hoping they offer the same discount on the regular, and then I'll buy it instantly.
Wanted to sell. Find somebody in the community or in the group that's got a regular that wants the extended base.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did sell out of the Big Bad Toy Store sold out of the deluxe.
Out of the deluxe. So if you could find somebody who will purchase the deluxe component for the difference in price, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want that 30% discount.
Yeah, it's a great price off. I mean, it is a big piece. I have the option to get the deluxe or the regular, and I really like the deluxe. I think the deluxe would work in this room, but I don't have enough love for her to, I think, dedicate that much of a wow thing to her. I mean, it's like I really like the minimal base on the regular. The only thing that I really love, like I just like her regular portrait, but the only thing I really want from the deluxe is her hand holding the magic wand. She's just holding the wand straight up, and I really like that look. It's my favorite hand, but I don't know. So I think that might be one that doesn't stay in my collection forever, but I just feel like too, like as Prime 1's dwindling down on doing some of these characters, I feel like this might be my only chance to have them at this scale. And again, I feel like I want to mostly be third scales in my collection. So if there's not very many options left over, it might be slim pickings in the future. For some of these characters, I don't know. So we'll see. Let's see, what does this say? Hi, Chris. Sideshow Collectibles has me so angry. I have 5 pre-orders on delay about 4 months, and just to make the final payment because of this keeps me from. Again, Ronaldo, we hear you. Sometimes there are delays, and they're just inevitable. That's just part of the hobby.
Chris, I'm sorry. Can you hear that?
What?
Do you hear a rumble?
Yeah, I do.
They're testing rocket across the street right now.
Oh, wow.
So it's that close?
Yeah.
Is your whole house shaking?
Yep.
Does that ever make you nervous?
It's related to no, it doesn't make me nervous. It's related to the Artemis program.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy you could hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah. I thought maybe there was like an echo on my end or something. I was like, oh, okay. That's so cool.
Well, my whole house is shaking. Yeah.
You want to go out and watch it?
You can't see anything.
Yeah, can you bring a camera?
Hear it and feel it.
You just
no,
feel
when
it.
I look across the street, like the base is. I think I mentioned it's like 156,000 acres. It's huge, so it's just trees. You don't see anything, but you feel it.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Borcube102 says $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you very much. Eric's tree deserves a super chat and a request for a closer look sometimes, please. So, Eric, we need a dedicated spinny Christmas tree video.
It's my wife's tree. I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm not even joking.
So, Eric, I'm sorry if you answered this when I stepped away for a minute, but somebody asked in the chat about how does that thing spin without wrapping a cord up?
Yeah, Brad asked that. It's magical. I was thinking the same thing, and I looked at it. And I actually forget how it works. It's just, I don't know, something with the stand on the bottom that somehow it just doesn't wrap up. I would have to take a closer look again.
So did it come that way? Like, did it come with the stand?
Yeah. No. The stand was bought separate. It's a rotating Christmas tree stand.
That's neat.
That's cool.
It's really neat.
Yeah, I forget how it works, but it doesn't. Somehow it doesn't wrap around the cord. I don't know.
I think your wife should be the one to do that video.
That's right.
She was down here before when that comment came up. I was going to ask if she wanted to come on and explain.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. Like you could do that and like have a Christmas Day video. You know, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it's all Disney ornaments on there. It's the Disney tree.
That's awesome. Theodore says, Chris, when are you getting Vamps in? My waitlist converted at Sideshow, so it's whenever Sideshow ships it. So I would imagine she's already shipped from Prime 1 direct. So what do you guys think? Probably January, February, probably? Maybe? I don't know. From Sideshow.
So from Sideshow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Dick Van Dingleberry says these Dark Side Star Trek statues are the reason I went with the Dark Side Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman instead of the Blitzway. I mean, Jeff can attest. He's been really, really pleased with the Dark Side pieces. I personally have not had one in yet. That Dark Side Catwoman will be my first one that I get to review for you guys. But Jeff, I mean, speak of the quality that you see.
It's funny because they always look better out of the box than they do in the pre-order photos because they keep working on them even after the pre-order. So I've been super happy with each one as it came out of the box. And then, of course, with Darkseid, you get that unmasked portrait for Michelle Pfeiffer. And I think it's going to be a really cool piece. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It's awesome. The Spider-Man Sanctuary says, Chris, what Vampirilla are you getting? I'm getting the Prime 1 Studio, where she's on the couch with the blood spilled over and the snakes. Brad says, I go away for a few minutes and Dan disappears if he was ever really there at all. It's magic.
We were talking about Zatanna, so
it's fitting. I said magic wand and then poof, Dan goes away. Fatal says Zatanna is amazing. You got to grab Katana 2. Yeah, that was on sale. That was a great one too.
That one's a space hog, but I love it.
I do too. And I don't know. I thought about her as well, but I'm like, I have zero connection to her.
Yeah.
And her color scheme is real. It's kind of like a black and white grayscale type of color scheme with some red pops of red.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen very many.
The nighttime effect.
Yeah, it's neat. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Buy what you love. Sticking to themes makes you miss out on too much good stuff. That is true oftentimes.
That's been my 2023 strategy. Forget about themes. Buy what you like. Which is why Batman is next to Spock. Red Sonja is next to Batman.
Well, let me ask you this, because I tip my hat to you kind of going kind of
rogue.
gonzo. Yeah, kind of going rogue. Yeah, going rogue. So that's a better word than gonzo. But I love that you have the freedom to do that, because there are times where I wish I could. Do you having done that this year, kind of reflecting back on it, and hopefully I'm not spoiling like a video idea for you or something, but like, where do you feel like it added additional stress at times to try to figure out where it's going to go in your collection, like to make it look right? Or because that's what, like, for me mentally, I'm always thinking, which I know a lot of people do Photoshop and stuff like that. Like, I'm always trying to figure out, okay, I got to leave this space open because this is the piece that's going to come here. This is what's going to fit here in 2 years from now. And and that sort of thing. So like, how have you dealt with that this year? Like, have you felt stress at all?
It's been the opposite. It's relieved that stress. I mean, I used to have one shelf with 5 X-Men pieces, and I was really stressed out because I'm like, what happens if I need a 6th? It won't fit on that shelf. I don't have another shelf. What do I do?
Right.
So I sold them all.
Boo! Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like, if I get a new piece, it can go anywhere. It can, I have to sell something else to make room, but I'm looking at each piece individually. I mean, I still have some themes going on. When the Constantine comes in, he'll go right next to Swamp Thing because I associate those two characters together from the Alan Moore run on Swamp Thing and early issues of Constantine or of Hellblazer. And I've got, Ahsoka's next to the Mandalorian and that sort of thing. And I've got three Batman female rogues together over there. But then I've got Grogu right in front of LBS Hulk.
Yeah. But it works for you. It works.
Yeah. And so no, I'm actually experiencing less stress than I did previously because anything can go anywhere, and I like each piece more. I wasn't buying something just to complete a JLA or an X-Men or whatever line. I'm just buying what I think is really cool.
Well, and your Hulk and Grogu, it's all Disney IP, so it works.
It does. And they're both looking in the kind of same direction. It's just that Grogu's a little shorter.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing compares to the size of that Hulk. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's a big fellow. No
That's
doubt.
awesome. Well, I'm glad that you didn't feel the stress, because I think that I would at times, because I do want things to look cohesive. But at the same time, like, I've been selling the Samurai line, and it is kind of freeing to be able to do that. And there, I kind of panicked because I sold Batman, and then I was kind of second guessing myself. I'm like, crap, should I just keep them at this point? Because there's a few of them that haven't sold.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did sell Deathstroke this week, and I was like, okay, they just need to go. They just need to go, and somebody else can enjoy them, and I'll focus on the third scales and other things that I want to get. So it's nice to have rules, but at the same time, it's nice to throw those out of the window sometimes. Yeah. And it is kind of freeing, which is great. Money Wasted Collecting, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Do whatever you want to do always, Chris. Then I can get more enjoyment from reading the angry comments from people who for some reason feel as though your decisions affect their life. Well, it's like, I thank you very much for the super chat. That's a great comment. Yeah, I mean, people do get really angry sometimes. It's like, and they, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, but again, collect what you love and enjoy what you have for a while. But I've said this since day one. Like, I've always felt like a collection could be like a museum where pieces come in, pieces go out. Appreciate what you have for a while.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, like, where with the completion of this, I was feeling a little bit of pressure with the statues I have on pre-order and stuff coming out. I was feeling a little bit of pressure financially, especially because the bunker costs so much, nearly $20,000. And that's a lot. And that's a lot that I've built up and saved for a long time. And so an example of me kind of freaking out, it was that Joker page. I had that Joker from 1940. Yeah. I spent a ton of money on it. I had it for a while, and I kept thinking, this is awesome, but that's like 7 statues that I could have. And so I sold it. I enjoyed it while I had it. It wasn't very long.
I didn't know you sold that.
What?
I didn't know you sold it.
I did.
Cool.
I did. And I got back about what I paid, or maybe about, I can't remember if it was about a wash, I think, which is fine. But I was like, I don't know. I enjoyed it for a while. Yes, it would have been great to have it forever, but I just don't treat anything in my collection like that. If there's something I would rather have instead, out it goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, out it goes. So anyway, thank you again, Money Wasted Collecting, for the super chat. JC Chan says, silly me, I was watching the replay of Dan's Say Cheese unboxing thinking Rogues is going to be tomorrow instead of today. I can see where that could be confusing sometimes, because it does seem like it might be live, I love it. I'm trying to think what else I want to talk about. You guys want to talk about anything tonight?
No, let's look at photos. We can talk while we look at photos.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, again, if there's anything you guys want to chat about, sorry if I missed your comment. Oh, I did miss the super chat here also. Borky 1 of 2, $2 Canadian. Jeff, that's an amazing landing party.
Oh, that's fun.
That is a great one.
There you go.
That's a great one. Thank you very much.
Missing McCoy, though.
Are they going to do him?
I don't think they have any plans currently to do more 1/3. They've got the 1/4 Spock coming out, but it's the same sculpt as this one. So we'll see. But I think their focus is going to be more towards DC right now rather than Star Trek.
Well, they need to get Catwoman out. That's going to help. They need to give her out. Because I know some people are freaking out about that. So I think the quicker they can get her out and show how good she is, I'm anxious to hear what else they have to do with DC, because I'm sure that they have a lot of really great things planned.
Yeah.
CC says, I will continue to advocate for the free online version of PowerPoint. LOL. I map my gallery walls that way and create what I can only compare to a Pinterest board for prop statue displays. Maybe that I need to do that too then, CC, because my wall is still blank. Although, no, that's what I was going to bring up earlier. I showed you guys, but I haven't showed the crowd yet. But it is in the mail. I get it Friday. Jason at Essential Sequential just got back from Abu Dhabi. And he is the David Finch representative. And so he has my 2 new prints, and I will reveal them in a video. Actually, I already revealed one because I wasn't sure at the time, but that was my Mr. Freeze. So Mr. Freeze and Joker, which is funny because the next one he was supposed to do was Bane. And then Freeze, Joker, and Penguin were going to be the next 3. He didn't do Bane for whatever reason. He did Mr. Freeze and Joker. So I've got those 2 next. So I've now paid for 4. And so those 2 are coming. And then what event did we say he was going to do in Orlando? It was before MegaCon. It was some like creator.
Jeff knows it. Jeff, what was that name? OAX or something like that?
Yeah, OAX. It's an original art expo.
It looked like a pretty good event. Like
it would probably be an excellent event for the kind of stuff you guys are buying.
Yeah, it's really neat. So I would assume that he will maybe do a couple more there. My Penguin and Bane. I put a poll in the group today. Which ones would you guys like me to do next? If you had to pick 3 more, because I don't, huh? Man Bat.
He's I've seen him do it on his show, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have no female, so Poison Ivy was interesting, but I don't know what he would do for Poison Ivy with just a portrait.
The thing about, I really want the females, but if you've looked at his, and I'm just doing head sculpts, okay? And the head sculpts, just for the head sculpts, are $700.
Yeah.
And so you start doing the math of how many villains Batman has. And so my original goal was to just keep going, go as long as I can. It doesn't have to be right away, but I have seen the females he does, and he does a nice job, but I just don't feel like they're $700 worth. They're kind of simplistic. There's not a lot of detail because it's a softer face. Like if you have somebody like Clayface or Man-Bat, like you have all this gory detail and all these shadows and stuff, but with the females you just don't. That's true. And so I've seen the Harley, I've seen his Catwoman. He did a really neat Harley with he did kind of like a jester portrait with like a ripped mask and like kind of like blood or like the mask kind of ripping off her face, and that was actually kind of cool. And I think if I was specific as to what I wanted,
I've seen him do a few of the smaller Wonder Woman. Comes out beautiful.
Yeah. So it's still a possibility.
Yeah, but no, you're right. Yeah, stick with like the more grotesque features. So there's more details and stuff.
But Man-Bat, I thought Man-Bat would be great. I thought Clayface would be fun.
He just did a Clayface too.
He did.
He did more. It was like more of like a half torso. I don't know.
Oh, was it the painted one he did? That color version he did?
Maybe I remember seeing something with Clayface.
It looks great. It was a color. Yeah, I think it was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I think I would really like him to do a Ra's al Ghul. I think that would be kind of fun. So I don't know. I don't know. I was talking to Dan earlier today. I'm like, I didn't know for sure how I should frame it. Like if I should just do and like Dan suggested, like a simple black frame. Because if you start adding mats and stuff, like that's going to take up giant walls because.
I wanted to ask Dan. I think I did ask you this, Dan. I don't know if you ever answered it. Because I was thinking about, because I need to order new frames too, and whether it's worth it to like upgrade to museum glass.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No,
the only pieces I now have museum glass on are originals, and that's only because I'm paranoid. Unless they're in direct sunlight or a lot of indirect sunlight, Other
So-
than that, you don't need it.
Me and you usually use Art of Frames. So when I use Art of Frames, I just use the standard plexi, like the cheapest
You do.
stuff. Is that
Yep.
what you use? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Danny, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, on so if they get any direct sunlight, you want to use a museum or a UV rated glass. Doesn't necessarily even have to be museum. It can be just a UV rated glass or plexi. And if it's a consistent level of indirect sunlight, if you've got a room that's full of sun, even if they're not directly in the sun, A, the color is going to fade over time, and B, what's really going to fade are signatures.
Yeah.
Ink. That's why when you see like Jim Lee signs on his G clays, he signs in pencil. It's because pencil doesn't fade. So yeah, those are the two cases, but mine don't get a ton. Even in this room, I've got windows at the back of the room, but I keep the louvers mostly closed. So there's doesn't get flooded with sunlight. So I'm not really worried about it.
Okay.
Real quick super chat from Jack Halsey. I've never seen one person affect the data market like Jeff has. I keep seeing that the She-Hulk pop up for sale at outrageous prices, and now everyone says it's the ultimate grail piece.
I think that's supposed to be aftermarket.
I think so too. I think it's the aftermarket or the data market, whatever, whatever you affect, knows what you affect out there,
I'm not seeing these pop up even at outrageous price. And there's that one on eBay that's not the exclusive, and I want the exclusive. But other than that, I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what That's right. That's right. Well, again, maybe someday. Maybe someday. I want to thank over 200 people watching right now, guys. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. That really does help us out tremendously. Polly recommended somebody great. Solomon Grundy might be kind of a fun one too. I could see that being a pretty cool one to add as well. But anyway, I'm excited. I was really glad to show you guys that earlier today. That Joker was way better than I expected it to be. Loved it.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
All right, let's go. Let's look at some photos, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a quick plug. Right now, it's looking like the Batsy Awards guys are going to be January 10th. So mark your calendars. I don't know if there'll be a show because, I think the next Rogues would technically be on the 27th. I don't know what your guys' plans are. There might be a show on the 27th, but then after that, it would then be the 10th. So January 10th is the Rogues Gallery. Again, we're going to be giving away 2 statues live, thanks to Collector Zone and also Spec Fiction. So please make sure you join us. Please make sure you have voted. Your voting does matter because some winners are within a fraction of a percent. So if you want a certain piece to win, please go vote. Have your friends and family go vote. It's a lot of fun. So please make your voice heard. So anyway, I just wanted to give that quick plug real quick.
I think we should do a show on the 27th. That'll be day 3 of 12 days of Sideshow.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll be around. We're not traveling or anything, so I don't know if you guys are or not, but at least maybe if anything, it'll just be me and you.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to 12 days. They're actually doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I think it's really smart. How about you guys? Are you Eric and Dan? Are you guys traveling or anything? Or
no, I don't think so. 27th. What is that? Like a Wednesday? Usual Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, I should be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm traveling. We're heading up to New England for a couple of weeks. So.
Okay. Well, it might be a live remote, Dan.
Maybe it's a live remote.
Yeah, it's a hotel room. Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
It wouldn't be the first time for us.
All right, so Nay is giving me a hard time. So we're staying with my parents.
Oh,
so a little inside baseball here for the chat, just to completely gang up on me and beat me up.
Sure.
But we're staying at my parents, and we are staying in the room that I grew up in.
Oh, that's great. This is like every bad Christmas movie.
Oh, it really is.
And you have the single bed where you have to make it work, and somebody's on an air mattress on the floor or something.
Oh my God, it's me, Renee, and 3 dogs. Yeah.
Do you still have all the old 1980s posters on the wall and all that stuff?
God, those are not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a shrine. It's not. A shrine.
That's good. That's good.
That room has gotten a lot smaller than it was when I was 10. You know what I mean?
We've been watching a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies lately, and I'm like, that every single movie is like that. It's like they all go back to their parents' house, and their bedroom's still the same, and somebody has to give up their room to go in that room. And oh, it's so funny. It's so cliche, but it's great.
Yep.
All right. Well, so anyway, there might be a show then that night, and so yeah, we'll keep our regular scheduled programming. All right. Let me share the screen with you folks.
So this is like 4 weeks of pictures, right?
4 weeks of pictures. For sure it is.
The title of tonight's show, 4 weeks.
Yeah. Crap ton of photos.
Yep.
All right, let's start with this guy right here. This is the new Legendary Beast Studio Wolverine. Our good friend Jay, I was talking with him today. He's going to be on a few different programs this weekend. So check out your other favorite YouTube video channels, and he'll be appearing on a few of those. He's also going to be doing a video for our channel featuring a convention that's coming up as well with all these on display. So stay tuned for that. But what do you guys think about the original or the initial tease of Wolverine here? This is going to be a 1/3 scale.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm a little worried about the base because I remember when he showed us the 3D print of this, and the entire base is all, I believe, sculpted. It's all like little, delicate, fragile pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what was on the base. Oh, this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all sculpted, if I'm not mistaken.
All those plants are sculpted?
It was when he showed the 3D print. Yeah, it was all grayscale.
Wow.
Yikes. Surely not.
Unless they changed it. I don't know. Do you guys don't remember that when he showed us the 3D print of?
I mean, they might have done that, but I would imagine this will be kind of that rubbery plant, that stuff like Dan's bike is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the print, all of that was all sculpted. So I don't know.
Gives me nightmares of Samurai Harley with the plants.
Yeah, all of mine are broke.
Yeah, those things, half of mine are. Matter of fact, I've got her here next to me. I don't even display those pieces. I haven't put away.
Yeah, they're just awful.
Yeah.
But I think he looks really great. There was some conversation about the length of the blades, that they were going to tweak that.
Yeah, they're going to shorten them up a little bit.
Yeah, some people were really mad about that. But yeah, I think the sculpt looks really great. I love the portrait.
There's 4.
Wow.
That's awesome.
4 portraits.
Yeah.
That's going to look, that's going to go over real well, I think. This is another one.
Wow.
And this is
that's
like
cool.
the bone claws.
That's really cool. Oh, and I like the fur on his arms and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this will do real well for them.
It's going to be a big piece.
I was talking to Jay earlier, and I, just about some of the pieces that he's working on. And again, I'm just very, very excited. And seeing something like this again makes me really excited for the DC pieces, obviously.
Me too.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Obviously Batman should be coming. He did say that they have printed and are painting Wonder Woman. So again, we should see some more from LBS here real soon, guys.
I want to see that Wonder Woman. I'll paint it.
Yeah, me too.
Jeff, did you buy your Hulk through spec?
I did.
This is the first we're getting kind of a teaser of Batman, all painted up. What do you think of the initial paint, guys?
Looks good. I'm looking forward to better pictures this weekend.
Yeah, I need to see it in better photos or better like in person.
I want high quality photos. Video is usually not great.
This has got a weird filter on it too.
It does. It looks washed out and grainy or something.
Yep.
The cake scares the shit out of me.
I'm not a huge fan of when like painters paint Batman very like where they make every single shadow line and stuff. Kind of makes it look a little weird to me. Kind of like what like Prime 1 did with Detective, where they let the natural light create the shadows. Curious to see more pictures of this.
Sometimes it looks like too overbrushed.
Yeah. Like it makes everything a little bit too pronounced on Batman.
Yeah. So Eric provided these that Jay shared. I'm assuming this is on Instagram or TikTok. I'm not sure.
It was his Facebook stories and stuff.
Oh, Facebook stories. So this is the base, and he did talk to us when we had him on the show. But you can take off the parts of the base too, so you don't have to have all the stalactites if you don't want to. It could just be a flat, regular base as well.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I don't know if this base will be more expensive. I would assume, But
And I forget whose idea it was. I don't know if it was Chris or somebody in the chat. Remember we were saying like you should make it like so the whole thing can rotate, so you could see like every character on the sub base.
That would be
And
awesome.
the fact that that piece already comes off, I don't know if it would hit the top of Man-Bat's head or not, but you could almost probably make it rotate somehow.
well, I mean, surely it could because
Or yeah, maybe you
the
could pick it
hair.
up and, yeah.
I'm assuming that head of his keys in.
Maybe not
Yeah,
spin it,
probably.
but I wonder if you can manually like pick it up and position it another way.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, to me, it looks like the whole thing could rotate, but I don't know. We can ask Jay. But anyway, it's great to know that you can buy either version. That's pretty great. I think this picture right here looks really good. This is J&D's first ever 6 scale, which is crazy what they're doing. They're doing like these magnetic eyes. They're doing all this different stuff. And I've heard that these are going to be quite pricey. But I think that looks way better than their original Joker. What do you guys think?
Agree.
Yeah.
Again, we haven't seen a full reveal. This is just kind of a teaser. But again, these are going to be 6 scale with silicone, glass eyes. I think the costume looks really good. But I mean, just even that right there looks more like Ledger Joker to me.
It does. I agree.
So I think that they took all of that feedback from that first Joker, which, some people swore it looked just like him, and I still don't see it. But I think this does, and that I'm really excited for collectors because I think that they finally got this right. And then also articulated fingers.
These things, those look unbelievable.
Yeah. So you can bend them.
Yeah, it's
So
cool.
that's pretty crazy. So, I mean, I think it seems like company after company, whether it's Hot Toys, then going to InArt, and now InArt going to J&D, it feels like every company continues to up each other, which only benefits the collectors, but it also hurts their wallets because the prices continue to go up as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's been one of the main comments in the groups. It's like, well, J&D pieces are already very expensive. So now that they have these like skeletal, insides that can, move and articulate, like how much is that going to drive up the cost of the statue now?
A lot. So you have to make a choice.
1/6 collectibles in the chat says $700 for the basic package. What
$700 for a 6 scale?
is that? A guess, or is that somebody who knows the price on these?
What was his name?
1/6 collectibles.
What a great name.
I know, right?
If he does not have a YouTube channel, he needs to go make one right now. 1/6 collectibles. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I love it. So anyway, we'll see. Let us know in the chat. Dan, I can't see the chat, so if you'd keep me posted.
Yeah.
We're to the part now where we were sharing the images of Kitty Raj, again, of his great new Batman versus Joker diorama. Congratulations again to him. Whoops, I had this out of order. Well, we'll skip it. This is the new Robert Pattinson Batman. What do you think, guys?
First, I'm really happy to see that it's in a collector's hands because that means it's coming soon.
Yep, coming soon.
That's the one where he's standing on the Batmobile, right?
No.
Oh, no.
This is the Prime One Studio piece.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the Queen that had him on the Batmobile.
I'll see more photos here in a second because I obviously got some of these. I added them out of order, I think, but I think he looks really good.
He looks
I do
awesome.
too.
Looks awesome.
This is the base, Eric.
Okay. I forget what their base was. What is the base? It's just like a...
Just round.
Okay.
Like techie.
Yeah.
But Jeff and I got to see him in San Diego, and we both loved him.
He looked really good in San Diego. I had him on pre-order for a while, but I ended up canceling him because it was taking so long.
Somebody posted in the group, they saw this photo and they said he looks derpy. I don't think he looks derpy.
No, I don't think so either.
It's just the angle.
That picture is really washed out too.
Yeah, I don't think this doesn't look as good as it did in San Diego to me, but I think it's just a bad photo.
Yeah, I think so too.
It does look bad in that photo, but
yeah. Again, I feel like the same thing with these. Like they're a little bit washed out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the lens, these are not. Those
yeah,
are
it looks like the eyes are spread apart. Could be like a wide lens or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
something's not right with it. So I wouldn't worry, guys, because again, having just got this Blitzway in with Michelle Pfeiffer, I have no doubt this is going to be awesome.
Yeah. You know, it's one of the, Chris, what you just said, that was one of the first thoughts I had when I watched your review of Catwoman. I thought, oh, this just bodes well for the Batman statue.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's on their game.
Yeah, I have no hesitation for Blitzway right now.
Yeah. This one looks awesome too.
Oh my God. I think this, I mean, again, I was telling you guys, like, I don't have a connection to John Constantine, but this statue is freaking amazing.
Yes, it is. Can't wait.
I know. I say I'm so excited. And I know it pissed a lot of people off that Prime 1 canceled the 3rd scale.
Yep.
I really think that if they had done the full statue like this, that I think that they would have maybe sold a few more.
I wonder how it would have been priced.
It would have been a shit ton.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think, you know, if you give collectors that choice, like, you know, because they're saying it's too big. Well, this isn't as big as that Batman versus Joker diorama.
No, it's not.
So you can't say that. They're just worried about not selling enough. And I get that. But I mean, look how cool this is.
Yeah.
And the edition size is crazy small. It's only 150 for what you see here. And without the wing to death figure, there are only 20 of the regular.
20.
You're
20.
kidding.
Why are they even making it?
So 170 total.
Wow.
I feel like if this was out, like, I mean, I feel like for next year, it could be like a statue of the year contender for me. Cause I just think it's that good.
It's awesome. There's at least 3 portraits. There's several hand switch outs. It's just great.
Looks great in this photo.
I think you took a picture with him at San Diego, if I remember right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the real John Constantine?
The cosplayer, I remember.
We bumped into him.
Yeah, you did.
He was a bit surly, but
Yeah, that was great.
I think I interrupted his cigarette break.
All right, now we're back to Kitty Raj. Sorry, I had these photos a little bit out of order, but he also posted some photos of the different swap outs. So this is, again, very similar to the Joker Say Cheese. Somebody asked me earlier today if I would, when I get this in, if I would sell Tech 1000 and Joker Say Cheese, and I said never. Because I think I'm going to love all of them, but man, I could never see myself partying with the other two. But Dan, how do you feel like these compare to what you saw last night?
I think that's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the paint applications are very similar, especially on this one. See how the eyes the eyes and the teeth are so well done.
Yeah. It looks crazy.
That's really, really good.
So this is the bonus head. This is the Jim Lee Hush head, which you can do. And then it does have the 2 Fabok heads. This is the regular right here. And then this is the exclusive, which I think is funny. They should have done it backwards, but that's the regular. That's the exclusive. And then here is the Joker looking down. So this is kind of the angle you wouldn't necessarily see very well, but this is
Right.
him in the vat of chemicals. So, and this is the regular Fabok.
I think I like that one.
Yeah, I think I do too. This is the exclusive Batman, and this is the regular Batman.
So I'm probably in the minority, but that's the one thing I don't like the Fabok Joker portraits for some reason. It's just not my style of Joker.
Well, the good thing about it is you really, you don't see it very well in this, because he's sideways. So, you're definitely more focused on Batman in this piece with the wings. Don't you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would learn to live with it just because the whole thing is just incredibly awesome.
Again, there's 3 boxes. Again, here's a little bit better look at the base. Joker's holding the detonator. Got the smoke building up. So yeah, I can't wait to get this one in. I'm a little bit nervous how much room it'll take up, but we'll see.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Talk about storytelling.
You can tell right there. That's about the size of a normal coffee table right there.
Yeah,
that's
right.
That's the old Jeff Morris dinner table right there.
Yep.
All right, so I re-put these in twice, it looks like. Sorry, guys. Whenever you have to do almost 300 photos, it's hard to find them all and get them in order, so I do apologize. This is the Legendary Beast Studio Batman. This is something that Jay asked about, whether people like the closed mouth or the slightly open mouth. I voted for closed mouth for sure.
Both. It's LBS for crying out loud.
Well, it makes me wonder if he's doing other portraits though. Like this will be, this was one of them's going to be a toss up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's going to probably be already another 4 portraits.
Yeah.
What I was thinking was because I remember when they did the Detective 1000 and he had the mouth open a little bit, and that was like the least popular portrait. So
yeah, I like the closed mouth, but
I mean they both look good though. But
yeah. Green Lantern. I mean, the Jeff Delaney statue has come out. How do you feel that Sideshow finally made a statue of you?
I want to cut.
No kidding. I was going to say, get that Delaney some money.
I'm still a little bit. I don't know. I have a hard time with this piece. I like it. I like everything about it.
I hear a butt coming on.
It's 34 inches tall.
Yeah.
It's pretty tall.
I mean, their Superman is 26.
So do you feel like it would just dwarf everything else?
I don't know how many Justice League collectors want Green Lantern to be the main focus of their display.
He's in outer space, so he's like Superman's on Earth and Green Lantern's.
I really like
space.
everything about it. I'm just that's my only concern is that is really tall for a quarter scale.
You could do a couple of different things that I could see. So like I've been starting to kind of group my premium formats a little bit. And so I could see a pro and con. So number one, I could see he would have to be the centerpiece of your Justice League. So he would have to be in the middle and everybody else would have to be around him.
Right.
Or if you had depth, you could put somebody in front of him.
Right.
Which, if you put Batman in front of him and Superman off to the side or whatever, if you did a diorama or something, but just even as a standalone piece, I think he looks incredible. But I can definitely see the concern that you have. Because he would kind of just very similar when I asked you about if I should add Superman to my collection, that he would overpower in a negative way. I think that this one could overpower in a negative way also.
Right.
But this one's sculpted by Daniel Bell. Great piece. It's been up for pre-order for about 3 weeks now, 3 or 4 weeks. But I do think he turned out really great. He's got that same kind of sideshow paint effect that they've been doing lately with some shadow and some paint. Some glow effect there on the hand. And
then what I was saying, which has nothing to do with the character, but it's like if they made this 34 inches tall, why couldn't they make the other PFs that tall, like the Galactus that they made so small, or the Surfer, or all those other pieces.
Great point. But anyway, I think he looks great. Did this base light up? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think the ring lights up.
Right? Oh yeah, the ring and the base.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I think he looks really good right there. She doesn't like it. Which one is that, Dan?
It's Charlie. It's because my wife just got home downstairs.
She's like, let me out.
Exactly.
This is the new XM Studios Bane, going to be done in quarter scale and also 6 scale. And again, some of these have been out for a couple weeks, guys. I do apologize because we did have our auction show last time. Thank you, everybody that tuned in for that, by the way. What do you guys think? I don't know if we've talked much about this Bane. What are just kind of your feelings about this one, and maybe related to the ones that we've seen previously?
I only like him with the cowl. I don't like the pose where he doesn't have the cowl. I think the other arm drops down really low. I think it would look cool if he was like facing off against somebody, but just looking at him by himself, the other pose throws me off.
That's a good point for me. I think if they had made this a diorama with Batman on this other side of him or something, where he was fighting, I think that would maybe make a little bit more sense for me. I don't know, Dan. What do you think of the pose?
I agree with Eric. I mean, I think this one with the cowl is cool, but somebody pointed out, I don't know, it was last week when they first posted these pictures, the head looks a little bit small, and it kind of throws me off a little bit. His head almost gets lost on the statue, Seriously, like you don't really see his head too much. The detail in in his upper body is fantastic, and he looks grotesque and over big and whoops, sorry guys about the dogs.
You're okay.
but his head gets kind of lost, especially the angle that you're looking at him. His head's kind of down inside his body almost. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not wild about the portrait.
It has grown on me a bit.
It's just small. Don't get me wrong. The portrait itself is good, but it just looks small to me.
Yeah.
There's the mass portrait right there.
I mean, detail. Yeah, I suppose I don't like the details in the paint looks great.
Yeah, I feel like this is what Eric was talking about without the cowl, where his hands just kind of coming
Yeah,
straight
it's just
down.
a little odd. It's like he's about to throw a punch, but at the same time, he's like,
What? And I feel like this,
growl like, or you know, like I don't know. It just looks weird to me.
yeah, I feel like in this picture is a good example of his head kind of looking small.
I feel like with that pose, if he was about to throw a punch, it'd look cooler if his hand was like reaching out, like he was about to grab Batman or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe if he was doing more like that Kirby pose or that who did that? Kelly, wasn't that black and white statue where he's kind of going like this?
I know
You
what
guys
you're
I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that would have been kind of cool to do a pose like that or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's just a weird way to throw a punch like that. Oh.
Yeah. What do you think of this one, Delaney?
I think XM's art direction lately has been a bit questionable and not terribly exciting. So it's a fine Bane, but I think Dan's comments are right on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do see Bane represented with a head that seems smaller than the body, but I don't know. It doesn't excite me.
Right.
Yeah. I just haven't seen it. I haven't heard of a lot of excitement from the collectors.
So
But
guys,
again, you have some really great premium formats. You got the Daniel Bell piece and you got the Martine Canale piece
right.
that still hold up very well and at a good price point.
So if you guys are hearing some sustained booming behind me,
You have a rocket ship too?
Yeah.
there's a Christmas boat parade going outside.
Man, between your two houses, this is a party tonight.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears. This was shown this weekend. This is the 1/6 scale Samurai Hero diorama. They are also going to be doing a villain one, and got some pretty decent photos. So again, this is basically all of the lineup. It's definitely akin to the Batman Sanity piece. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures on this one. And we've definitely, between me and Dan and Jeff Delaney has also had some of the Samurai pieces. What do you think about this one, guys?
I think George Raw, I saw his comment in the Facebook group the other day, which rang very, very true to me. Oh, not true to me, but kind of echoed my own sentiment about this piece, which is if I am only a dedicated Samurai collector, would consider buying something like this, or somebody who really has an affinity for Samurai, right? Because this is going to be what, $4,000 or something, $3,500,
Probably.
right? Yep. So, but what George said in the group, he goes, "Why would I buy this? I already have all these characters."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He said, "I've got all of them."
To
And
me, whenever I look at this, and I agree with George, when I look at this is meant to sell to people that didn't buy the other ones. You know what I mean?
And that's my point. It's if I liked XM Samurai stuff, I probably would have already bought it.
Right.
Right.
Or they're probably just thinking what makes money for us. They know that the Samurai line's big for them, and they're like, well, let's create more Samurai.
Well, and right now I'm selling my Samurai below what I paid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough.
So, I mean, what does that say?
I just don't know who the buyer is here. And maybe I'm wrong. And look, this could go crazy big too over in Asia, for all we know.
And that's probably the target market.
Yeah.
I do love this new version of Catwoman.
Yeah, that's cool. There's your more Samurai Catwoman that you've been
right. And that's what I asked Aang. I'm like, I really want a more Samurai Catwoman, and he delivered.
Yeah.
She looks great.
The Red Hood is pretty much almost the same pose as the Quarter Skull, right?
It's almost identical.
Yeah.
And they have multiple swap outs too. So he's got his Red Hood portrait. Catwoman's got a different portrait. Batman's got a different portrait. Robin, so on.
So he comes seated and standing, I'm assuming, right?
Correct. So here's the standing version, and then here's the seated. So you can swap them out.
Okay.
Wow. That's gonna.
And
be
this is more of that deluxe mask like you see on Shogun.
Yep.
And then this is what you see on the samurai.
Yeah.
Yep.
Piece. So anyway, we had there's a Batwoman right there. So she's a little different than the statue. Then we also had Batgirl, which is different as well.
I'm not sure about. Was that Batgirl?
That's
Batgirl. Looks like a
Batgirl.
mustache. I think it's just a shadow.
It's a shadow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see this all painted up.
I don't love that. Batgirl to me is one of my favorite samurai statues. That one I have over my head behind me here. That is nowhere near as good as the quarter scale.
Yeah. And maybe we'll have a different portrait too for her, I would assume.
Yeah.
But anyway, that gives us kind of an idea of that piece. They also showed the Batwing. I'm sorry, the Batman Beyond samurai piece as well was shown for the very first time. There are elements of this that I do like. I don't have a connection to Batman Beyond. I know some of you out there watching do. I think there's cool things about it. Like look at the detail on the wings. I think that looks really great. You can see all the different texture and details. There were some really great photos, I think, from Inchan's place that had some much higher quality photos, detail of the samurai suit itself, which I thought looked really good. I don't like the base. I feel like it's super busy. What do you guys think about the base?
Super busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on.
Yep.
Well, it's apparently like some sort of like time portals.
Is that what it is?
That's
Really?
what they said in the description. You can see this is the penguin mask
Yeah.
right there. It also has the Catwoman mask from the samurai piece. It also has let's see, where else did I see? There's the Joker. There's the Joker mask right there at the top. Harley's mallet. So they took pieces of all of the different villains.
It's weird.
And added it to the base from the previous samurai line. Just
But
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
getting the time portal thing.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Looks like a collapsed temple or building.
Yeah. It's like the portal. You're being sucked through the portal. Maybe the time. I don't know. I don't love it.
You know what's funny is like I kind of I didn't get that at all when I saw that, but B,
Me either.
it's kind of a cool concept though. I kind of like the idea relative to samurai of a time portal. Right?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you're going back in time, right?
it connects you to the fact that a lot of their pieces have futuristic elements.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this piece is, I believe, designed to tie all that together. And which I think is, like you said, it's a really smart concept, really.
Yeah.
It's just you have to kind of understand what the hell's going on to get it.
Yeah.
This is a new Loki quarter scale from them. Some people have really loved this one. Some people have not liked it at all. Let me listen to your opinion, guys. What do you guys think of this Loki?
Oh my God.
I don't think I've seen one positive comment. I actually like it though. I think it looks.
Oh my God.
I think I'm the only one that likes it.
Settle down, Jeff Morris. Settle down.
It's sex offender registry Loki. It looks like she looks like a child predator. Look at,
I know.
come on.
The
Hey,
portrait's
kids.
bad, but,
Yeah,
Hey, kids, would you like some cookies in my van?
right, exactly.
I feel like
Sorry, XM. This is a miss. Oh my
from far away, he looked like Quentin Tarantino to me.
Oh my
He
God.
kind of does a little bit. He's kind of creepy looking too.
Yeah, that's why I was making the comparison. But I overall, I think it looks cool. But yeah, he has a creepy looking face.
Yeah.
What is he
I do
supposed
love
to
the
look creepy half the time?
Well, he's supposed to be, again, he's the god of mischief. So he's supposed to be kind of mischievous looking.
Yeah.
Some people think he looks a little cartoony, which I could see that.
Some people think he looks too old.
He's got the frog. Yeah, he looks a little too old. He's got the frog in his hand, which I think looks okay. I love the detail on some of this stuff down here. That looks really good to me. But yeah, I just don't love the face. And what I also worry about is the price point, because look how minimal the base is. Which I'm all for that. I like the idea of minimal bases, especially because if it saves us money. But if this right here costs as much as a regular quarter scale, you know what I mean?
Well, they would say the sword is part of the base.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
I don't
just
think
like it.
anybody's buying it.
Damn it, I'm buying it.
I see what you did there. I love
What
it.
if they give him a swap out portrait though? Then do you like the rest of it?
That was the best when a couple of days later, they introduced the swap out portrait and it was just as bad.
Oh, I haven't seen the swap out.
What are they doing?
I like Jeff said earlier, it's like the art direction as of late has been kind of in question.
Yeah.
Sure.
So anyway, that's the Loki. Another piece that's they showed is the Dark Knights of Steel, which some people have been digging. Again, it's not for me, but it is from that series where it's kind of the medieval times of Batman and Superman. I don't know. What is your take on these guys? I don't know if I've really heard your opinion on these either.
I do not like the Batman. I like the Superman, actually. I just have no care for this Batman at all.
Dan, any interest on your end?
No, it's not my thing. They were a little bit too far away from the core character designs, I guess you could say. I don't know. You know how some of the samurai are more more faithful to the original design of the character than others.
Yeah.
They get too far away from me. Even like the Shogun Batman on horse, beautiful statue, extraordinarily well executed, but just a little bit too far away from the core character design. And
well, you don't even care for, like, you're not really a big fan of like the Dark Knight's Metal stuff either.
More than this, put it that way.
Right.
More than this, yeah.
Right, more than this, but still, that you used to like more of the core.
More of the core. I mean,
Right.
I like Batman Who Laughs is a great character, but in terms of all of the others, they're cool, interesting designs, but not where I'm going to invest in.
Right.
Them in my
Right.
collection.
This is the Superman, which I think is cool. I mean, it's definitely got some cool color going and design elements going. I mean, if you looked at him, I would never know he's actually Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, you just have to love the source material. And I feel like the ES on these are going to be really small.
I would think so. Yeah, I would not buy this as a Superman statue. It looks cool as like a knight in armor statue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you wouldn't buy it just because it's a knight in armor statue, though.
No.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, right? To me, this is where they've lost the plot. If you take the S off the banner, his chest, and the thing on the base, there's nothing that tells you this is Superman.
Not a thing. Yep.
Not one thing.
Not even the unmasked portrait.
Right. So it's just all about the logo or the the emblem.
Yep.
No, not for me.
Yep. They also teased some other, man, people trash this.
What is that?
So this was on the video screen back behind of some things that they were kind of teasing. And I don't know if these are being considered to be done, but they had this Joker on this little motorcycle thing. And then they also had Batman.
And what's he
here? Jumping out of some smoke.
Like he looks like he's running through the Batcave?
Yeah, maybe running through the Batcave. Maybe he's escaping. Maybe he's put like a gas pellet down or something.
Sorry, Mario Kart joke.
It's me, Joker.
That was good.
I do love Mario Kart, so I would be all in for a Batman Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Instead of turtle shells, you throw a batarang.
Yeah, that's all.
Spin out. So I don't know if this is, again, this was just whenever Indra did a video for us on the channel where they did the tour, and this was on the screen playing behind it, doing some previews. So again, I don't know if this will be produced or not, but I had to share it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah. So again, kind of some weird stuff coming from XM right now. This is the new Spider-Man they showed. I feel like it's okay. It's kind of underwhelming to me.
Yeah.
Haven't heard a ton of love.
Yep.
That looks like a GameStop statue.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like something you'd see in the case at GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Speaking of something you don't see in the case at GameStop.
No, you don't see this.
You don't see this. This is the half-scale piece from Lord of the Rings. A lot of people have been really impressed with this. I know Paula was considering buying this one. I don't know if she's still in the chat. She had posted today that she was potentially interested in this, but this was it on display.
Well, I think I told the story years ago on the channel before, but I sat next to Viggo Mortensen on a plane once back from London, and I can tell you this looks just like him.
Well, there you go. That's awesome. Did you get to talk to him?
No, I didn't talk. He had his face in a laptop the whole flight.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he kept his head down the whole time.
Yep.
I would too.
Yeah. But this statue looks incredible. And this is Queen. Who's this?
This is Infinity.
Infinity. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, that's
all of their pieces, in my opinion, from this line have been really good.
Yep.
I haven't really seen much at all wrong with them. I think Infinity, I feel like this is a really good sweet spot for Infinity. I feel like some of their life size has been kind of hit or miss, especially with like the hair and stuff.
Yeah.
But this line has been outstanding. So congratulations to anybody that I mean, look at that.
Yeah. That really looks good.
Yeah, we got Jeff Morris in the chat.
Jeff Morris.
Hey, Jeff Morris. Welcome, sir.
Oh yeah, Jeff. I remember those characters in the small hot rod vehicles. It's true.
Hey, Jeff, if you want to pop on, feel free. Or hang out. It's up to you.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited for collectors that collect this because I think there's been a lot of really good Lord of the Rings stuff lately, and they're definitely finally getting their due.
These are going to all look amazing together. I'd love to see a room tour of somebody who is collecting all of them.
Oh yes,
because the Gimli looks amazing.
Is he the little dude?
The dwarf.
Yes, I think that's the best one so far.
John Rhys Davies.
No, he's so good.
Yeah.
So good. So anyway, we'll move off of him, but I was like, I'm really impressed with what they've been able to do with this line.
Oh, and then they've got the other one too. Orlando Bloom's character.
Oh yeah, Legolas.
Legolas. Yeah. Legolas looks really great too.
I was told, I didn't realize this, but I guess they scrapped the sculpted hair version.
That's good.
I think so too, because it didn't even come close to comparing to the rooted.
Exactly.
So like, why even bother? So I was glad to hear that they scrapped it.
Yep.
This is some new stuff from Iron Studios. This is a new quarter scale piece. This thing's massive. Look at that.
That looks cool. That looks really cool though.
Yeah, it's a really nice sculpt. Look at that.
It's one of my favorite. One of my favorite X-Men characters. I think he's awesome.
I know we finally get a licensed beast. The only thing is I've seen so many good custom ones that
there are. Yeah.
How does this one hold up to those though?
I don't think it's as good as
really
the others, but at least they made a licensed one finally.
Yeah, finally.
And it's a cool pose. It's different than the customs, which is good.
It's good. And it's not Kelsey Grammer.
Yep.
This is a Blue Beetle. I think this is a 10 scale one that they're doing. So again, some of these are ones they teased. They had a great convention down in Brazil. If you watch Jim Mint, he had some great footage on his channel. If you guys want to check that out. What happened?
Jeff Morris. He says he's piled up with his sleeveless sleep shirt on and doesn't want to traumatize Delaney.
I'm gonna split a stitch.
Oh, don't say the B word. Okay. It's not the B word you're thinking. Anyway, Blue Beetle. We've got some new Disney stuff. They're kind of going all in for the Disney 100.
Yep.
I was actually contacted by Iron Studios today, telling me a little bit about this line and what their plans are and stuff. And they're really kind of all in on this stuff. And I think they've been really, really good. I'm a big giant Disney fan. I love the Disney parks. And I think everybody in the Rogues loves Disney. Yep. We all love going to the parks and stuff. And I've just been really impressed. They had that Peter Pan one that they showed. There's a new Monsters Inc. one that's really great. But I'm just really glad they got the Disney license because I think that's going to be, there's so many Disney fans out there that are really going to love this stuff.
Yeah. I'm a Disney collector, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Yeah.
Cool.
They also had some new Avatar pieces as well. So if you are a 10 scale Avatar, and again, 10 scale for Avatar is pretty big.
Yeah.
Because they're oversized anyway. I had a brand new lizard. I thought he looked pretty cool for 10 scale. So if you're a Spider-Man collector,
nice.
He's kind of small though. But
cool.
Again, 10 scale, pretty cool. New Thor. I thought this one looked really good.
Wow.
I really liked him. That gives you an idea. Look how dynamic he is.
Oh, that is cool.
And look at the base. Like it's a big 10 scale.
Man, they're absolutely going hog wild on the 10 scale past couple of years, huh? They must really be just crushing it with these.
And again, I'll give a shout out to Jim again. I don't know if you guys watched his video the other day, but he goes in and talks about. I didn't realize that Iron Studios is basically the same as Sideshow. Like they're just a big giant distributor that happens to also make their own statues. And so I didn't realize that they distribute Prime One and Sideshow and other companies.
They do. I didn't know that.
They do. And so it's just a really, if you haven't checked it out, just, check that video out from a couple of days ago from Jim, because it was eye-opening to me. There was a lot of information that I had no idea about. So kind of gives us some insight. It also takes you into the inner workings of Iron Studios, like where they actually sculpt and display. It's pretty cool. It's a cool video. So check it out. Here's another angle of the Thor.
Yeah,
they also had some other stuff teased. They had a Thanos tease. This is the same one as the one that we saw in San Diego. That was what was that, $20,000 or something, Jeff? I can't remember.
60.
No, $60,000. Oh my god!
With, real diamonds or real
diamonds,
gemstones or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one's the 10 scale version, and then they also have teased some other characters: Doctor Strange, Hulk. So they have other ones in the workings here. A new Iron Man, Namor, and Thor, which we saw Thor already. Nova, Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk. Hey, there's your She-Hulk there, Jeff.
Yay.
Yeah. Wolverine, Spider-Man.
Little She-Hulk.
Little She-Hulk, that's right. They also teased this one. This was an Arkham Asylum diorama. 1/10 scale. It's unclear whether they are going to do individual pieces or if it's all going to be just one giant thing.
It's got to be separate.
I would assume it's separate. People guessed on what some of these were: Penguin, Harley, Poison Ivy, Joker, Catwoman, Riddler, Bane, Freeze, and Clayface. They also put Talon back there. I don't know if that would be Talon because he was not in the Arkham games.
I think it's Scarecrow.
Yeah, I'd say the Scarecrow would make more sense back there.
Yeah, it looks like it has the arms like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just excited. I think this could be a really fun diorama with Batman kind of going into the darkness against all the characters. Like it would be like a dream piece for me. I don't know exactly how I would display it. I think 1/10 would look really dwarfed in my collection, but something like this as a big diorama might work.
It looks like that base, whether it's one or many, is in the shape of a bat.
I just
I didn't even notice that.
Oh, that's true.
That is cool.
Yep.
Oh, I like this. And you can see the Arkham Asylum, the gate being broken in front.
Mm-hmm.
What's the shape of the bat? The entire base, you said?
The
Yes.
Base.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't notice that, Jeff. That's a really great way you found that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just picked up the Arkham Trilogy game for the Nintendo Switch. I don't play games too much, but I do have a Nintendo Switch, and they just released all 3 of them for it.
Well, congratulations. That's such a fun game.
Are you sure that's based on the game designs?
It says Arkham Asylum, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be the graphic novel.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
But some of those characters didn't exist. Like Harley didn't exist back then. Bane didn't exist back then. So it might not be.
But maybe it's just Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, just Arkham Asylum.
Maybe it's just, just Batman and the villain. So I love the idea. I mean, him going into the nightmare scenario. I always love when he goes into Arkham. So this could be a dream piece for me. I can't wait. New He-Man piece. Also, I believe this is 1/10 scale. Where he's riding Battle Cat. But it's a pretty sizable piece.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if you don't want to get the Tweeterhead one because it's maybe a little too big, this one might be a little bit more accommodating. They also had a C-3PO and R2-D2 teased. So those are always fun. Have a lot of Star Wars pieces coming. Man, look at that guy's arms.
I was about to say, this guy's got some Battle Cat arms.
Yes, he does. He's going to stay warm in the wintertime. God bless him. This piece was really great. Speaking of Legolas.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
How awesome is this thing? Look at this thing.
That's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's going to be a sizable piece.
It's massive. Again, that's 10 scale. But that's got to be one of the biggest 10 scales they've done.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's huge.
It's basically a quarter scale, or it may be bigger than a quarter scale.
Wow. 28.3 high. Wow.
That's really cool.
That is really neat. Again, if you're a Lord of the Rings collector, this is like the golden years right now.
Yeah.
This is the new. I actually thought this was Queens, but this is not Queens. Crap, who was this? I don't remember now. Darn it. Let me see if I can.
See, Black Adam.
I can't remember who it was now. Darn it. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat. I can't remember, but I thought this turned out pretty good. It's not Queen.
Beast Kingdom.
That's it. That's it. Thank you very much.
Ryan
Yeah, this is,
Eckholt.
yeah, thank you very much. Who was it? Ryan?
Ryan Eckholt.
Hey, thanks, Ryan. Thank you. Yeah, this is Beast Kingdom. I think it turned out pretty good.
Not bad.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks good.
Definitely has a good likeness. But the Queen Studio is doing almost identical.
Super chat.
What was it?
Look at your screen.
Yeah.
Super, your screen.
I can't see it, guys. I can't see what.
Got,
All I see is the pictures.
Stephen Loeb with a $4.99 super chat says, recommend I buy Darkside 1/3 Star Trek line from Spec Fiction ? Todd offered me the 3 figures for. He's asking for a recommendation on Todd. Yeah, Todd's a great seller. Stephen, absolutely recommend him.
3,300 shipped is a crazy good deal for those 3. They're all priced like, well, Kirk is cheaper because there's no switch outs. He was like $11.99, but the others are $14.99 and $15.99. So
Wow,
3,300 for all 3 shipped. That's a really good deal.
amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you very much for the super chat. That was awesome. I also want to thank collector Nancy. Did a PayPal super chat. Just received that notification. So they clicked the comment in the pinned comment up above. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that, Nancy. Thank you very much. So anyway, there's the Black Adam piece there again. I included this. This was up for pre-order recently. Again, this is a Dragon Ball Z, very popular from Prime 1. Look at that, 150 ES on this. So you can't tell me that it's just DC that's not selling.
Yeah.
Because that's what I hear all the time. Well, nobody likes DC. Nobody likes DC. Nobody's buying. This is an ES of 150. And I don't know what this is. So I apologize, guys. If you love this, I just know nothing about it. And I know the Rogues know nothing about it either.
I don't know.
It says Dragon Ball. That's all I know.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z. It looks cool. I'm sure it's accurate. Again, I just don't know anything about it, but I didn't want to include it because I know some of our viewers enjoy this as well, and I apologize for not being more knowledgeable about it. Jeff, did you buy this thing?
I did.
Which one did you get?
The deluxe, but it was a tough decision. I think even the regular is a great piece. I am lazy when it comes to statue maintenance, so the idea of dealing with rooted hair, I don't even want to think about it. So that's probably why I'm skipping the platinum. Also, the platinum you only get 1 portrait, and I wanted 2 portraits that the deluxe gives me.
I feel like the deluxe is the way to go. If somebody asks me, and I've had a lot of people ask me, I recommend the deluxe. I think you get more bells for your whistles. And I don't know why they wouldn't have just included a second portrait in the platinum, even if it wasn't the rooted hair one, like it could have been the sculpted one, just to have a second one.
They're trying to be very specific about the scene in the movie where that statue takes place. So
that's right, because the weapons are different, right? The
3 versions aren't random. Each one is a specific part.
Yeah, the platinum is the Cyberdyne shootout. So that's a very specific scene, like you said. So
Right.
That makes sense. But yeah, I do. It does kind of suck. There's only 1 portrait. But I get it. Likeness is incredible.
I think anyone that orders any of the 3 is going to be really happy.
I do too. And again, having just received a Blitzway piece, I have no doubt what you're going to get in hand, guys. That Michelle Pfeiffer portrait is better than any photo I saw of her. It's better than the prototype, in my opinion. It's just in hand, it looks phenomenal.
Something else about the hair, even though the rooted hair looks more real, the sculpted hair, I think, is styled better. So I think it looks better than the rooted. The rooted hair can just it just goes straight up. It's all that you can really do. But the sculpted hair has more style to it. It looks good, I think.
There's the sculpted right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, Jeff. I think it looks better.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, like I said, I think the deluxe is, for me, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Again, you cannot go wrong. Congratulations to anybody that picked this one up. I think you're going to be really pleased.
It's just going to take a year and a half.
Yeah, that's the problem, is all this waiting now.
Yeah.
Some production photos from Jurassic Park from Prime 1. So
that's awesome. Those
look great. This was a teaser, I think, from PCS, if I remember right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it says it.
Oh, yeah, right there in the corner. Sorry, I'm blind. I want to give a shout out to Ant Adams. He talked about this. This is is it Akuma? Is that the name of this character?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're including a second portrait now for free.
Oh.
So they were originally just going to do the one portrait, and now they've updated the second portrait for no additional charge.
Which one's the second one? The one on the right?
This one.
Those portraits are big.
Oh my God! The whole thing is giant. It's one of the biggest statues I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's nuts. This is a new piece from Hot Toys, and they've teamed up with somebody named Hano, and I don't know for sure what Hano is. I don't know if you guys can fill me in if you know anything, but it's just they're doing this cooperation with them.
The only thing I know is I saw that J. Scott Campbell shared this because that pose, the first picture, the pose is straight off the cover of his comic book.
Oh, this one right there.
Yeah.
And then here's the comic. So that's pretty awesome. So anyway, maybe that's what it is. Maybe because it's seamless. So again, I do apologize. Maybe somebody in the chat knows something a little bit more about Hano, but they made a big deal about them teaming up. So if you're a 6 scale collector, oh, I'm going backwards. Sorry, guys. Look at those claws.
Yeah.
Makes the PCS look short.
Yeah. Yeah. When he retracts those, where do they go?
I don't know where they go, but not in his hand. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that does look good.
Maybe he just wears them all the time.
Maybe so. Great back scratcher.
Might make it hard to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but
or go to the bathroom.
It's not even the statues. I've seen those comments go all the way back decades into the comics that his claws might be too long, or people do.
But they look cool though.
Where they go and everything.
Yeah, they look cool. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is a beauty. This is the Tweeterhead. This is Tweeterhead 1/6. There also is the quarter scale. I don't think they've released that one yet.
Correct.
But man, these photos, I'm a believer. This thing is beautiful.
Yeah.
She's another tall one. Should be good with Green Lantern.
Very tall.
Yeah, I just think she turned out so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
That's cool.
I texted Chad the other day. I said, if you want me to review one of those, I'd be happy to do it.
What did he say?
He said he wasn't sure what they had in stock, but he'll take a look.
Okay, well, that's good.
So we'll see.
Yeah, this is definitely a sanctuary type piece.
It's really pretty.
It's really beautiful. Yeah, she is just massively tall.
And I really like the axe.
Yeah.
For that to the sword.
Yeah, I do too. But man, she looks great. Congratulations to anybody getting this one. Man, this quarter scale is gonna be big.
Yep.
Yeah, there's another angle for her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So tall. Look at that.
I saw someone displaying her with their 1/6 Superman, and they looked great together.
Is she like way taller than him, or?
No, their top of the heads are like match.
Really?
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
I think with the sword, she was like in the 30-inch range or something like that.
Okay.
The tip of the sword now. Like, so the heads would probably still match up. It's just the sword goes up so high.
Have to give another shout out to, of course, Chad, and he put up a poll for you to vote on a fan favorite. They're going to do this, I think, maybe I think he said 3 or 4 times a year. They're going to do this, where you guys can select which characters you want, and even the characters that didn't win this time, they might win another time. So don't be disappointed if your person did not win, but I'm very happy that this one won. So Solomon Grundy is going to be made in 1/3 scale as a bust. It's part of their bust line, and so I doubt we'll ever get a big 3rd scale Grundy. So I'm really happy that the Tweeterhead's going to do this one. What do you guys think?
It's going to be cool. It's going to be a big bust.
Oh, big bust.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caught me by surprise. I didn't think he was going to win.
And
I
he
think
didn't
won
win
just
by
by a
much. I
small
think he only
margin,
won
right?
by 3 or 4 or 5 votes or something. It was crazy close.
That's crazy.
So
Big Barda was number 2, right?
yeah,
So.
Big Barda was number 2.
I'm sure they'll
so
take note of that.
it was totally worth it for me to create 75 fake email addresses so I can get this guy to win. So all that work paid off.
I voted for
I'm
Grundy.
kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Got some better photos today of the Chris Hemsworth Thor bust. This is Queen Studios. The initial photos I thought were not very complimentary of this bust. I think this looks much better. What do you guys think of the likeness as he's turned out? He's obviously shipping now.
I'd say like 85% maybe.
Something weird about the eyes. The hair looks really nice the way it's stylized, though.
I see. I think it's more like 92, 93 for me.
I don't know if the hair is accurate, but it looks like at least they put some effort into fixing it.
It looks like a combination between Chris Hemsworth and Liam Hemsworth.
I could see that. I could see that. But I mean, you definitely know who it is.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
It's not like one of those like, who's that supposed to be?
Yeah.
Comments I see on Facebook. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I hate those comments. Like, you know who it is. But anyway, that's starting to ship. So if you are a collector of these busts,
Profile looks good.
yeah, say the profile looks real good to me.
Yeah.
I like that there's some kind of like there's bruising on his face. He's got the scar on his cheek.
And now this is one to me where it could be the photography, because for me, it's the eyes. His eyes look a little bit close together.
Yeah.
If I had to put a pinpoint on it, but it definitely could be photography.
Could be. Well, as we know, guys, I mean, we've all taken statue photos, and most of the time they don't nearly show off what they do like in real life.
It's really hard to capture them well. It just really is.
It just really is hard.
Yep.
So, this is another example. Like this one has gotten trashed a lot of times because of his eyes and his hair. This is the Infinity Studios Batman. I don't know if you guys think it looks any better here or not, but
Face looks good to me. Oh.
Yeah, I agree. I think the portrait looks really good. I'm not sure what they were trying to do with the hair.
Yeah, the hair looks funny.
That's the Bale bust on display.
That's not a good picture at all, that bust right
Awful
there.
picture of her here.
Terrible. Like, I've seen many other pictures of this bust where she looks fantastic.
Yep. So again, it's just the photography.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like a Renaissance painting of her.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does. Look at her hair. It looks like a paint.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff.
It just dawned on me. Somebody photoshopped like the back of this or something. Like it looks heavily photoshopped.
Maybe it is. Again, these are just photos that I find off of Facebook, so who knows?
I could have sworn even when they teased it, I felt like the photos looked very photoshopped on that bust.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but this guy makes me nervous right here. I'd probably take a few steps back from him. I don't know why, but anyway, they had some other busts on display this weekend at Singapore Comic-Con. Again, thanks to Indra for taking some footage for us. This one was really impressive.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
So good. She's going to be expensive.
Yes.
But man, and she's big. I mean, she's more like true to life size. There's a Catwoman and Batman next to each other.
That's cool.
I still wish there was a way to put a cowl on that.
I do too. What percentage do you think I should get that?
I like it.
So what would you be like 85% for me to get it?
Well, yeah, I always felt like if you're going to buy a silicone bust, at least go for one that's unmasked. If you're going to pay all that money for a silicone bust, not they're just covered up with a cowl. And I think it looks pretty cool that he's holding the cowl.
I just
I
think
don't know if it looks like him that much though. On this, I don't know.
I think the option would be cool. You know what I mean? Like you're paying that money for a life size of a character. Right. I don't know. I would like the option.
So in my collection right now, I've got the Ledger Joker bust in the middle. Do you think that that's enough, or do you feel like it needs a Batman to balance it out?
I think we talked when you first started talking about busts in your collection. I remember saying I think bookends work well in your collection. They have in the past, right? Batman and Joker, and I think as bookends, I think you going down the bust rabbit hole. No.
Yeah.
I don't think you need an unmasked Batman to go against a Joker.
Right.
You'd want a masked one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is I wish, like Dan said, I wish it had the option.
Yeah.
You probably could create an option for yourself. I mean, if it's, you know what I mean? If the head is accurate in size, you probably could, you
probably could. The only thing is then what do you put in his hands? Like he's holding something like true. You can't ball his fists up or something.
Do we know if that cowl comes out of his hands?
It does. It does.
Find something that fits in
something.
His hand.
Yeah. Maybe like a basketball.
Like an iPad or something like he's looking at.
Yeah.
A dry martini.
You know,
that's right.
Speaking of like things that Batman could hold, I found something on Amazon and it came up suggested for me. I was Christmas shopping. I swear a real functioning aluminum grapple hook. Like you would put it looks like something that would shoot out of a Batman gun.
And this was suggested on Amazon for you?
Suggested on Amazon where I was this close to buying it.
Tell me you're a Batman fan without telling me you're a Batman fan.
Exactly.
Right? That's the epitome of that right there.
I bet it's still in my suggested feed.
You need to absolutely send that to Renee for you to get for Christmas.
I really should.
We need more details. I need to know how far it shoots and how much it is.
Yeah. It's like, honey, I really want this grapple gun.
I might buy it.
Here it is. I found it. Oh, well, it's good because Renee's watching right now, so she just.
Hey, Renee.
But
you have to get this for Dan. You have to get this for Dan for Christmas.
In my suggested feed.
Oh, so it's like with the rope and stuff.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
And it's full size. That's made of large grappling hook with 65-foot rope, 4 cloth folding stainless steel grapple hooks.
That's not fun. You need a lot of upper body strength for that. I need the one that shoots out the gun and the gun just pulls me up in the air.
Seriously, who buys and uses a grapple hook? Like who's using that?
Batman.
No,
yeah, Batman and like people trying to escape jail.
No, Chris, the correct answer is spelunking.
Oh, spelunking.
Spelunking.
Okay. Well, you seem like you could be a spelunker.
You could be a spelunker.
Sure.
Renee's saying that's all we freaking need.
Yeah, you just need a grapple gun. It's not even a grapple gun. It's just a grapple, right?
Grapple, but I could create.
Sure, you could create a grapple gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure there's one on Etsy.
Could be done. Yep.
Yeah.
On Etsy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Stainless steel. Yeah.
This is the Batman 2.0 that we did a video on today. I think this looks really good. I think that they've really updated the suit. Looks really nice.
So is this supposed to be as it was in the Flash movie?
I think this is considered Batman versus Superman.
Batman. Okay. BVS. All right. Yeah. Because this looks better than how the costume fit him in the Flash movie.
Yeah, I thought it fit. I hated that costume.
I hated it. Thought it was terrible.
Yeah, one of the worst.
So
I thought this was neat that they do 2 different hairstyles. You can magnetize on. I thought that was cool.
Sad Batman.
Yeah.
I was just going to
Sad
say,
Batman.
are they following the J&D playbook, or what are they doing there? What,
Sad bat. This is that one where he's, exactly just just what is he off in the corner smoking? He looks like the whole world's ending.
Cry.
Yeah, I'm so sad. I think the cow portrait looks really good.
Yeah, those look excellent.
Yep.
No, those look like stills. There's the extended base here where you have the base and the wired cape. So I think that looks really great. The regular does come with both portraits, which I thought was nice.
Ryan Eckholt is saying that we're missing a lot of priceless Brad Ladner commentary right now.
Oh no. So Dan, you're gonna have to help me with that because I can't see it.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought we were doing great without him.
Oh.
He doesn't mean that, Brad.
No, I meant our jokes were pretty funny. I thought I was laughing.
So anyway, that's the new one from Hot Toys. I just think that looks really good.
Ooh.
Look at that face.
Yeah. I don't. That's not very scary.
Rage. Yep.
Look, I just flossed. Yeah, I mean,
Giant head.
This is the scariest thing, and I know this is. I think this might be a fan art. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is licensed or not, which we don't usually feature that stuff here on the channel. But I had to share this because it was the most creepy, amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you showed it on one of the shows. There's another picture where it's on the body.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that one.
Right?
Yeah, because I feel like we commented that it looked too big on the body. Because I remember making the comment. I was like, well, I remember it when the lady was holding it in her hands. I thought it was
maybe we did. I don't remember. Maybe it was talking last week. I can't remember. But anyway.
It's that one that there was a big controversy about whether it was real or Photoshop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's real.
I think it's in our chat somewhere.
It's real.
There's a really good picture of the whole bust in the passenger seat of a car with the seatbelt on.
I did see that one. That's crazy.
Oh,
that's crazy.
That was funny. And we're still sure that those aren't just all photoshopped, right?
No, it's real.
I don't know.
This is the print that Eric got me from David Finch, which I love. And some collector sent this in where he actually had it framed. Look how nice that is. Isn't that great?
Yeah, frame job. That engraving is cool.
Yeah, it's so good. With the cut in here.
Yep.
So anyway, that's a really great piece. These are some in-hand photos of Vampirilla. I think she turned out really great, obviously. Yeah, looks great.
Yep.
So coming soon to the BSC.
Will she stay Vampirilla though?
Nope.
She's officially Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, she's Talia al Ghul. I've been searching Etsy for custom people. There's all these custom people that'll make quarter scale and third scale dresses and costumes. So I've started my down the rabbit hole because I really want to figure it out. I want to make her Talia.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Without painting her. Like, I don't want to paint her. I want to just be able to put something on her to make her Talia, and then if I sell her, then she's back to Vampirilla.
So you think before assembling, like, how would you get clothing onto her?
You would just put it on. You would put it on, then reassemble it, and then put the head on.
Yeah, it's that simple, Dan.
Yeah, it's that simple, Dan. Clearly, you haven't put as much thought into this as I have.
I really, clearly.
That's right. I'm thinking about buying doll clothes, Dan. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
You thought I lost it last week. Now I'm looking up doll clothes on Etsy. Good God Almighty! How the mighty has fallen. I tell you.
It's gonna be Vampirilla cosplaying as Talia.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Lord help me. Maybe I need to cancel her tonight. Just
you decide.
Say that again.
You decide.
I know.
Well, Rick Van Dingleberry has deemed you the BSC doll collector.
Yes, that's me now. I'm going to be going here next year. I'm going to be doing a lot of vintage Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yes.
And kind of getting into that whole. I'm trying to like really expand my channel out to a lot of different varieties. So
that's good.
Stay tuned. Maybe some strawberry shortcake.
Oh boy.
Care Bears. I'm just thinking all the stuff my sister played with when I was a kid.
He's getting punchy.
Yeah, getting punchy. Like I said, night 4 going live. So
Yep.
it's amazing I'm still awake. This was a really cool piece. I thought this was a J. Scott Campbell piece from DC Direct. I think she looks really fun. Well, it's McFarlane. I thought that looked really pretty. What do you guys think?
It's pretty good. I don't know how if it looks like J. Scott Campbell to me or not, but
I agree. I agree with you 100%, Jeff. I would not have guessed that.
And I don't know if I'm assuming it's based on something he did. I don't know what, but they also had a Alex Ross Joker,
that looks cool.
which I thought was kind of fun.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool right there.
Yeah. So anyway, a couple new pieces if you're a McFarlane collector. This is the Joker from Queen, life size. Ugh.
Nope.
No. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Art Collectibles, they teased a new Bale Batman. Thought it looked pretty good. There's Dan's art print right there.
There's the print. That's the
regular, I think.
That's the regular, I think is right. Yep. But see what I mean in terms of being able to frame around it?
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's gonna look great.
Yeah.
This is a Ahsoka Tano from Hot Toys. They had a new version of her. So if you are a fan of Rosario Dawson, a little different sculpt, a couple different portraits. I liked the lightsaber effect. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like when they do that. That's cool.
But man, the likeness, look at that likeness.
Yeah, that looks great.
So good. So there was the original release right there. So I think they have improved upon it.
Yeah.
When you look at the head sculpts. I think it looks more like Rosario in the newer version.
Nothing beats the Sideshow PF.
That's true. It's phenomenal. This is from Kinetics or
Yeah, correct.
I don't know if I said the name right, but these are some characters, and I don't know who these characters are, but
These are from Invincible.
okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's Captain Stash.
Captain Stash.
So does it look good? I don't know the characters. Does it look decent?
Yep, they look very good.
It's a fun piece.
Yep.
And then they had this guy also.
That's Invincible. That's the lead.
That's cool.
Oh,
The main dude.
mean dude.
And then they had some other, and again, I don't know. These are all kind of just random photos from this past weekend for some statues that I thought were cool looking. I don't know anything about them, but I think that was Infinity. This one.
Nice.
This is crazy good.
This is the one that Matt T picked up.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's life size.
Life size bust.
Yeah, congratulations, Matt, if you're still watching.
And we're back.
And that's the end.
Thank God I'm starving.
That's right. It's about time for Jeff Delaney's dinner. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in tonight. Anything you guys saw that were must-haves? I mean, for me, obviously, that Legendary Beast Batman is coming home. Dan, is it a for sure thing for you, most likely?
That cape makes me nervous.
Oh, it can't make you any more nervous than the Bat Bike.
No.
Yeah,
It makes me nervous about where I'd put him.
Oh,
Yeah.
where you put it.
Yeah, because I envision that Legendary Beast as being kind of the entry piece to this room. And I don't know if I can do it with that cape.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it. I loved it all the way along since he announced it. I mean, I'd probably say there's better than a 50-50 shot I'm getting it.
Yeah.
But that giant cape, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Which character from that line would you most like to see Jay do? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Like which character?
You mean the whole DC line?
The whole
DC? Yeah. Name a villain, name a hero that you want him to do more than anything. Do you have a place for it? Can you envision it? Can you envision a third scale Clayface? Could you envision a Ra's al Ghul? Could you envision a Riddler?
I'd probably say either Riddler or Clayface.
Nice. Yeah, those are
because now I have the space where I could actually like I'd stand a third scale Clayface right up on the floor here somewhere. I mean, it would just be awesome.
We still never got a Scarecrow either. 1/3.
Yeah, where is that?
That's a good point. 1/3. Yeah,
we got Arkham Scarecrow. That's it.
Popular character, never been done.
Yeah,
that would be such a cool one too. Like you could do so much with a Scarecrow.
That's a great point.
And you could do like all kinds of different head sculpts, and like give them the different like the classic look and the more modern look.
Yep.
Or even that weird Jimenez, the Jimenez one. It's such a I can see Prime 1 doing that one.
That thing's dark.
It's so weird, yet so dark looking. It's so crazy.
I love that version.
So yeah, there's so many possibilities, but I'm just excited. I'm excited to see more, but I know the problem is we're years out for getting them in. So that's the rough part.
Yep.
I wonder when their Iron Man's going to ship. Seems like that should be early in the year.
It's got to be, right? Because it was teased a year ago at least, wasn't it?
I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be really cool.
Is that the last one that you need?
Yeah, that's the last Marvel that I need.
Yeah.
That one has 2 torsos, right?
It does. It's in a nice torso stand as well.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's so cool. What an awesome lineup. So again, congratulations if you're a Marvel collector. And again, you guys wait till you see what Jay has planned for DC. Like it's just really exciting. It's really exciting. So
that's cool.
And I did talk to Prime 1's creative director, and he did tease some third scale pieces to me this week. And so, we're not out of the woods yet either with Prime 1. So, I think there's some really great stuff coming. I just think it's going to come slower. I think there's going to be less of it, but it's just nice to hear that they're still working on some stuff. So he even showed me a piece. It's pretty neat, actually, that they teased 8 years ago.
Whoa.
And they are now going to release it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So, I thought that was pretty interesting too. So it's just amazing, like stuff that they thought were scrapped. And so again, in this hobby, guys, never say never. Never give up hope, because again, I was blown away when he said that 8 years they scrapped it. Now they finally finished it. So yeah, so you never know. Never say never. But anyway, I want to thank you, gentlemen. I know Mr. Delaney needs to get some supper in him, so we'll wrap it up. But thank you guys very, very much. And again, I don't know if we will be live. I probably will do like a live hangout here and there. But if we don't have a chance to say it, happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate this time of year. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Please stay healthy and well. Enjoy yourself. And like I always say, continue to be positive to yourself. Take time out for yourself. Have some mental health days, hopefully around the holiday if you need it. And just continue to have a great time, and happy collecting, everybody. Same to you, gentlemen. I hope you all have a great time with your family. And it sounds like we'll be back maybe on the 27th, a couple days after we've enjoyed our eggnog and watched our Christmas Vacation. And anyway, hope you have a great holiday, everybody. And we'll see you in the back cave. Did you guys want to say anything before we wrap up?
Happy Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us. I love that. My favorite. That's right. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to the airing of grievances.
Right. Well, yeah.
Oh boy.
You were just at Disneyland this last week. You can't have too many grievances.
Not that many grievances.
And I'm going back Monday.
Oh, nice. So jealous. Well, have a great time. Have a great time. Yep. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like on your way out. Hope you enjoyed the show. And happy holidays, and we'll see you in the back cave. Good night, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.